Okay, so hello everyone. Thanks a lot for joining us, the OpenxAI External Demo Day. And of course, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you're joining us from. It's a bright and, of course, a chilly morning over here in India, of course, from where our participants are going to join us. And thank you so much for being here at the External Demo Day. And we are looking forward to go ahead and see the various set of projects that includes some builders, some founders, and of course, some community members that have joined us. Thank you for giving us your time and, of course, your attention and, of course, your good set of curiosity. Joining with us is Johnny here. He's the DevRel at OpenxAI, and he has been a good spokesperson to entire teams, have mentored a lot of them, and have been a really great supporting power, as you might have seen him in the OpenxAI Australia demo day. And of course, if you have been following with OpenxAI for a while, you might have, of course, seen him. Johnny, if you can go ahead, say hi.
Yeah, just a big thanks to everyone in India that submitted projects for the Hack Node India and yeah, all the ones that are presenting today. So thank you and welcome.
Okay, thanks a lot, Johnny. So, if you guys you might have seen, he carried a lot of hackathons, and we are also going ahead with the global hackathon. So that's also gonna be ending in a few weeks from now. But yeah, so if you have been following OpenxAI for a while, you might remember how we conducted the Hack Node Australia, and today's demo day will gonna be somewhat revolving around the same format. The timeline and everything is gonna be a bit around the same, but and also we will be following along with the various set of projects with some question answers. So, if you have any set of questions or anything, we have the various set of projects all online for you. And at one fine day, they're going to be pushing to the OpenxAI App Store and you can go ahead and test them by yourself. What you are going to see here today is, of course, not something that's going to sprout out through creativity, ambition, but also with the technical depth of developers, where not only Web3, but a good merge of AI and Web3 will be seen. And at OpenxAI, hackathons are not simply the events that we target. We are out here to see some really great projects coming by and also some projects that's going to reach the stage of startup. So who knows, some projects and some ideas that we mentored and seen in this Hacknode India program went ahead and go and built out some really ambitious projects. And our goal is for you to go ahead and keep on building. That's what these hackathons are about. And that philosophy is exactly what today's showcase is going to be presenting. We had, of course, a well over 400 plus projects, so that's a very huge number. So first of all, the ones that made it, big shout out to them, but also a big shout out to the ones who carried out, put forward their various set of insights, and also went ahead and submitted all their projects. So well over 400 projects. That was a really great hackathon that was conducted, one of the very big hackathons over here in India. And of course, from those outstanding projects, we have a few here that's going to be taking the chance at the podium, the chance at the prize pool, and of course, our OpenxAI hardware that's going to be available to them for just testing, for building out their projects at a much bigger level. And by the end of the session, we will be going ahead and presenting the winners, and of course, uh, going ahead and telling them about the prize pool, and of course, with the podium results. And of course, be make sure to tune in for that. And let me just give you a brief around the event format and everything and how it's going to be looking like. So it's going to be pretty chill, and we're going to be going ahead and being a pretty uh, creative about it. And today it's going to be starting off with simply their pre-recorded videos from each team, which is going to be they are going to be discussing the project, what their functionalities are, a bit around the code, and then of course it's going to be following along with the short friendly Q&A from our DevRel and our core team. We will talk about the tech behind the project and, of course, their idea and how strong their business and the complete ecosystem is. So, pretty interesting and pretty interesting aspects to go ahead and go down the line. And importantly, we will identify where OpenxAI is going to be helping in supporting these projects much on further level. So, we are also going to stay tuned for that. So, before we start off, I think everyone who is joining us from our stream and also from our Discord, our various other social channels, welcome over here. OpenxAI is going to go ahead and bridge another side between the ideas to the builders and, of course, to the founders. So now we can go ahead and start off with the Q&A panel if they are here. So we have Ajay as well. Ajay has joined us. I guess yeah, so he's one of the participants. So Ajay, along with his team members, is going to be joining us today, and he's going to be presenting out his project. So first of all, let's go ahead and see what their team is about. Ajay, now over to you. You're going to be going ahead and providing a brief around your project, what it is, and of course, starting off with the complete set of the external demo day. Okay, so first of all, you can go ahead and just give a brief introduction.
Thank you, Akshay. Morning, everyone. Good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are. So, myself, Ajay, my team members, Anand Ravindran and Rahul Sajeevan. We are students of Kerala Blockchain Academy. We have finished our course there. We have worked on Ethereum, and I myself have worked on Aptos as well, on Aptos blockchain. So basically, our project today is called Scrutiny AI, which is basically an AI assisted smart contract auditing tool. Our aim with the project is not to replace auditing. Our aim is to assist the auditors with time saving and more accurate version, so that they don't spend their time going about boilerplate issues or repetitive patterns. So in our project, what we have done is that currently we can upload a smart contract to the application, and it will run it through. Currently, we are using Olama on the cloud. It will run through the code base, and it will gives out the probable the risk zones, what can be what changes can be made, what should be done with certain code, and it will give us a confidence report on how confident they are. We are not giving out a binary output like, okay, this one is risky or this one is safe, like that. We are giving we are giving a confidence report on what where changes can be done, what are the vulnerabilities that may happen, and basically we are planning as a midway between development and a human auditing. We still believe human auditing should be there, because the logic and the economic should be done by humans. We are between development and a human auditing. That's where we come in.
Yeah,
That's it.
pretty good,
That's it.
pretty good. Pretty good, Ajay. Like, thanks a lot for this good short introduction. Anandu is also here. If you can just say
Yes.
hi, then we're gonna be
Hi.
joining into the pre-recorded video that you guys have.
Hi.
So, thanks a lot for joining all the team members. Let's go ahead and see the video that you have for the project.
Welcome to Team Scrutiny AI. Myself, Ajay Thampi. I have two other teammates, Rahul Sujeevan and Anand, have completed our PG from Kerala Blockchain Academy. Our project is called Scrutiny AI, which is an AI-assisted smart contract auditing software. Now we can quickly jump into the UI here. Now this is the UI where we have home, we are auditing in community. If we click on smart auditing, we can connect our wallet here. I think it's already connected. So, and here we upload any Solidity file. Here we can take this one right now, and we can make an auditing. Let's click on audit with AI, and it will take time, bit of time, and it should give an overall assessment report, which is 2 out of 10, which is considered safe. The higher the number goes out of 10, the higher is the risk. Now it will show there are no vulnerabilities, and it will also give us the best practices to do and what long-term improvements that we should do about it. We have an option to download this as well. Then we can download the report as a PDF, and here is how that one looks. Now we are let's go to the um, contract. Now this is the backend, the server.js file. Here we are importing Olama here to audit the contracts, and if you go at the audit route here at audit, you can see that we are giving the contract in the record of body, and here we are giving our conditions, analyze the solidity smart contract and return as a valid JSON, and we need this many points on this one: risk, status summary, vulnerabilities, etc. And we should also return recommendations. We have given a few critical rules for it to follow, and we are here calling Olama GPT model. And here is the basic Olama audit course that we are doing. So, why scrutiny AI is a question that can work in the time where smart contracts are audited uh, for a long time, right? So auditing takes a lot of time. So when we have actually use AI for it, we can actually decrease the time in which it takes to audit, and we can also cut the cost of auditing. Auditing usually costs a lot of money. So when we implement AI to actually audit contracts, we can make it less, more cost effective and less time taken. And in our project, the audit reports are actually stored in the blockchain so that there is a transparency and traceability, and there is an authenticity for the audit reports. Here we have also a section called community where auditors can log in and create their own profiles and their details, how much they have scored, how many audits they have done will be shown here. And the audit reports are also visible here. Um, this is one contract named ERC21 membership audit. This is G5, and the status will be returned as resolved or anything. And we have an also option for a dashboard where our report, a lot of our, if I logged in as a use as an auditor, and we can give how many audits I have done, the accuracy, the rewards that I have done, if if there is any issues found, if I have repeated it, how many of we have our average pass score, etc. can be done. Now, why us is very simple. With AI smart contract auditing, we can decrease the manpower, the time taken, and we can have a real-time bug checks on the smart contracts that may be misused during manual auditing. Hence, we are recommending this. And how OpenxAI helps is that since it's a decentralized one, we can decrease the time and the cost effectiveness, decrease the time and the cost it takes to actually audit contracts on it. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Okay. So pretty nice and a pretty great project. So Johnny is also gonna join us, and we're gonna be going ahead and diving onto the side of questions now. But first of all, great shout out to you folks. You have made it out after the 400 plus project, so pretty great on that. The idea is, of course, that we pretty much liked, and our main goal at OpenxAI is seeing the upliftment of the open source model. So, not any particular monopoly stays with their particular set of models and also with their particular set of infrastructure. So, I think that's something that we pretty much liked in the project. But yeah, let's go ahead and have a particular set of questions. I guess starting off with me. The ones and the complete team that built this around, the only particular suggestion or like an idea that I would have before I go into the side of questions is why not to go ahead and add like a kind of a template in this. Or basically, if I have a contract that I want to go ahead and evaluate against a set of template, for example, to solidify these kind of ideas and provide me parameters on it. How about that kind of a template in this project?
Uh, do you mean like to check the vulnerabilities against a certain that has already been done?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, yeah. So what I have in mind, for example, if I have kind of a smart contract and I want to like evaluate what are the various functions and everything in it, but I want to go ahead and do the comparison on a predefined template and the parameters that I have. For
Okay.
example,
Yeah.
I want to check its security. I want to see how easy and like are we checking out the various points, and if you're checking out the points, for example, are the transactions going, is this particular parameter working fine, and these kind of things.
Okay.
So
So
what do you think about it?
yeah, currently, when we actually audit the what the report that we get includes like real. repeating patterns, if there is any re-entry issues, if there are gas optimizations that all are done. So we can also include whether the functions are executed properly or not in the smart contract as well. Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay,
I think so.
okay. Anandu, can you also go ahead and give a brief of on what particular aspect you worked in the project?
Like we have presented as a prototype of project. Our main our main target is who can afford any audit in like $20,000 or $100. There is high much of pay. We need to pay lot of amount to get audited in for startups and all this kind of in currently in India and all over the world. Starting lot of startups are opening, and they
Yeah.
have a lot of ideas and innovative ideas, everything they can do everything, but the main problem is the security. How they can, if they can't afford any security related issues, uh, our market will go down. So our
Okay.
main plan is to everyone can afford any afford an auditing platform. Like when we create an auditing platform, anyone can uh, as of now we are just using the Olama to just prompting and getting the
Okay.
result, but for future we can target to specific reasons, like you earlier said, this security field and everything. We can train our personal data to for more specific to this blockchain related auditing uh, topics.
Yeah,
So
got it, got it.
yes,
Hmm.
that's it.
Pretty understandable. So, like, who's got the Web3 brains out here? You or Ajay?
Ajay did the Web3 part, and I did the backend part. That's this A integration and all this. I did that thing,
Okay.
and Rahul did the UA part.
Okay, okay. Pretty cool then. Yeah, Johnny, if you have any other set of questions.
Yeah, I just want to say, yeah, really excited about this project. I think cybersecurity audits, they need to be done quickly and cheaper. Like you mentioned, a lot of Indian companies can't afford these $10,000 cybersecurity audits. So yeah, really excited to see you're using Alama. So reviewing the code, you're using Alama. I think it was like Llama 3.2 to do some testing and analyze the smart contracts. I think you're also storing the audit results on chain. Is that right?
We are currently plan is to change the hash of the report. We don't want to keep the whole report and never the source code of the contract. Yeah, so we can have it like auditability and like a timestamp. There's no we have not tampered with the report, and okay, this is done within this time. Timestamping.
Yeah, I think that's really really cool. So that's basically a public
Data.
display that this company has been audited
It's been
by
on.
Scruton,
Yes.
and there's a hash available saying it was completed, and then obviously you're hashing it so you're not showing
Yeah, we
Yes.
are
the
not showing
issues.
the
So
vulnerability, especially the
some hackers
vulnerabilities.
can also see our result, and they can also hack that their
So
company and their
that
security.
is
They
why
can
we are.
use it as exploit. They can exploit
That's why
that
we are
thing.
storing the
So
hash.
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
okay.
some people do post their cybersecurity reports online
Hmm.
for people to read, but only after all the vulnerabilities have been fixed. So,
mm,
yeah, you can actually do that. And the reason I'm
mm,
saying this is Scruton could build up a list of 100 clients, and then there'll be this public, community or directory of all these verified and certified by Scruton companies. And that's where you want to get to. You have hundreds of clients. You have like a public directory of cybersecurity audited contracts. So if you can build up that would be really amazing for growth and basically a stamp of approval or certification by Scruton. So the other one, I think you generate PDFs
Yeah.
as
So
a report.
yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
So, and I really love the UI. So I love the the dashboard and all the features, the way you're sort of breaking that down. So yeah, pretty happy with it. Can you just give us the top three most innovative features? And yeah, that's all the questions I have today.
Okay. Um, and do you want
Yeah,
to?
like if you have like any like kind of like, okay, we support auditing. Where do you use machine learning or any other kind of tools? What are the insights you
Yeah.
provide? Any other kind of
Um,
features if you want to.
like as of now, I already said we are using LLM. So the
Uh-huh.
main issues with the LLM is they are giving back as a if we we can also use ChatGPT to get the result. So when we use
Uh,
ChatGPT, they will only give us back as a natural language. Like these are the common things, and they they fetch from the common like general. Only they will give you a general report about that thing. So in future we are planning to specifically training all this model. Like we as of now we don't have to we can't afford any that much of data to train in our local like local device. So
mhm.
we can in future we can train all these data specifically for auditing exploitations and every data we can store that. So um, we are like we are converting this to a hybrid AI platform, like with the full, not fully AI, with the LLM, with the help of LLM and our specifically trained model, we can get a specific result about this exploits and
Yeah,
Okay,
everything.
okay.
just to add to that, like the power of open source AI, I've just dropped a link in the chat as well. But there is specific AI models on Alama that
Mm,
are trained for cybersecurity smart contract audits. So one of them's
mm,
EYXA. So you can have a look at that.
yes.
But really, the beauty of Alama is you can swap out your model with, a US trained model like Llama by Meta.
Okay.
You can swap it out to
Yes.
Vixa. You can actually build up a whole, maybe the top five, and then audit the smart contract 5 times with 5 different non-biased
Mm,
models. So this is where it's going with AI, with
okay.
cybersecurity. So yeah, check out the link. I put it in the private chat on here. But
Yeah.
yeah, have a look.
Yeah.
You can
So
easily switch that out, and maybe
Mm,
it's definitely one of the big value props is
yes.
we can use the latest AI open source model and scan everything, and you know that it's not just
Mm,
yourselves building the model, but there's a huge 2.3 million open source AI models that can be used potentially. So
I
it's
think
very powerful.
Yeah, so I guess everyone on the team have gotten the insights, and I would really love to see you guys working on this project more and more. And of course, Johnny could be a great mentor for you guys as well. So, of course,
definitely.
everyone. So you might have seen how Scrutin AI is, of course, like a strong use case driven project, and of course, it's an AI powered platform that's going to be going ahead and automate the smart contract auditing. And of course, it's great to see that the team has put in, of course, a serious effort here combining all the side of machine learning, security insights, and of course blockchain. So of course our goal is to keep the developers to audit the smart contracts. No one wants to go ahead and once they push it to the people, that's where the vulnerabilities come in. So it's great to see. The team is led by Ajay Thampi along with all the teammates. So great work, guys. Amazing. Thank you. We're
Thank you.
gonna be going ahead and progress on to the next team.
So thank you
Thank you.
for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, so pretty great presentations by the people at Scrutin AI, and the set of questions were also pretty great. Next up, we're gonna be joining by Ashish, who's gonna be from the team Budley AI. Hello, hi Ashish.
Hi. S-
Hi.
So,
Yeah,
so
you
hi,
can.
I'm
Yeah.
I am Ashish Patnaik, and I have built Budly AI. So it is an AI-powered website builder that allows users to create and edit websites by chatting with an AI. So users describe what they want, and the AI generates the code with a live preview. The goal is to make web development easier and accessible.
Okay, pretty great. So also, if you was just wanna go ahead and see, I guess you are completely aware of how the flow and everything gonna be looking like. And right now we're gonna be progressing on with your pre-recorded video and everything around your pitch.
So hi everyone, I'm Ashish Patnaik and I'm the developer of the Budly AI, which is basically a web builder where you can chat, where you can prompt in natural language and get a ready-made landing page or website. So the problem is that like most of the non-developers and beginners give up before they even try. So basically Budly helps you to make a landing page and even a prototype easier. So like this is how our UI looks like. So Budly AI turns simple text prompts into working websites instantly. You can even prompt like build a portfolio website with a 3 section or add a contact form, and it will instantly create the whole landing page. You can also add follow-up questions like change the background color and add another section. You can also, and it will instantly change the website according to the user need. Market opportunity is very big, like lots of vibe coding tools like Cursor or Lovable are worth billions. So basically, it is very big market. In 23, it is roughly the AI code tool market is roughly $5 billion. So it is keep growing in near future. Let's go and see Budly AI in action. So this is how Budly AI looks like, and this is the basically chat input where you can add your prompt, and this is the basically the sidebar where you can see your previous chats similar to a chatbot. So here I will write something like build a space website. Basically, it generates the whole website. So so here it is. So the whole website is generated. You can see it has added the images and all with different sections and the contact form and also the navbar. So it has created the whole website instantly, and you can also see the website. There is an HTML. It has generated the HTML code, the CSS, and the JavaScript. So there is a embedded code editor where you can manually edit the code also according to your needs, and obviously the preview bar. And you can also download the zip here, the completed website, and you can add follow-up question like uh, make it more clear. So basically, it will take the follow-up prompt and basically beautify the whole website. So you can here see that it has make the whole website more cooler, like added new images and contact form and the buttons. So here's a sidebar where you can see the all the previous chats that was stored in local storage, and you can clear all the history also if you want. So this is how the project Budly AI is.
Okay.
So let's see its technical architecture. So so basically this is the technical architecture of the Budly AI. So this is olama.js, and I'm using this model when 1.7 billion parameters. So if your hardware is more powerful, you can also use more powerful models. So basically this is the system prompt. You basically what happens is that users prompt goes into olama, and the model produce a structured JSON response containing HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which is parsed on front end and shown in the preview section. So basically my tech stack is React and with Byte, and basically in front end in component, this is the chat component where you can input their prompt. This is the chat log, and this is the basically the sidebar and the code panel where you can see where you can edit the code. So I'm using code mirror for the code editor, and in the preview section to show the generated website, I'm using the iframe to show the generated website. So basically this is my technical architecture, and this is the integration of olama in my whole project. So my Olama obviously, so there is it has fast response time, and all the code generated, so it is perfect for private code generation. Like sensitive code never leaves the user computer. You can obviously you can use unlimited. There is no API limits. User have a full control on their work, and it even works without the internet. So Olama is very important thing, and also the theme of the hackathon. So why OpenxAI? So it has a decentralized infrastructure, and it has a direct usage of open model without any closed commercial layers. That was perfect for transparent development, and it hosts open source AI model, which is very helpful and one can build, extend, and self-host AI workflows. So I have why me? So I have built the entire product solo and created a full working AI website builder. So I have made the full front end, back end, UX, and even till deployment. So now if so now let's see our monetization plan. So currently it is a hobby project made for hackathon, but in future I will follow a freemium model. Like free users get limited project per day, and with pro plan they can get unlimited AI generation and also cloud storage. And there is also an optional marketplace for sharing and selling website templates generated by Budly AI. So that's all. Thank you for seeing Budly AI.
Okay. Pretty great project I'm seeing Ashish over here, and pretty great development so far. So, of course, as you stated, you are a solo developer over here at Woodley AI, and it's great to see. Like I've been seeing like a lot of production, various set of projects that exist online, like Bolt, Lovable. All of them follow like a same kind of ideation. But so I guess you might be the only one that have like a free open source usage. And as you stated, you can go ahead and run it without the set of internet, and all of your code and everything is pretty much curtailed, and it is of course not publicly available, and also not to the even folks that gonna be seeing it in the meta. So pretty great to see, like a great project so far. And also it's great that you are a solo developer. You have been carrying this project all along, and the idea is of course simple, but of course yet powerful. uh, we were going ahead with a couple set of questions now. So starting off with me yet again. So the question that I have in mind is, in your demo video that you showcased, where you set the prompt of go ahead and make it cooler. Uh, like for example, like if I'm considering it as an LLM, right? And I even go ahead and build out projects on Lovable or Bolt. Uh, the main issue is like they can't perform if you don't have like a good prompt enabled. Like you need to have a good detailed prompt. How is your model able to know like what this guy means to make it cooler? Like what kind of values or what kind of prompting you have done over there in the back?
So basically I have basically make the, you know, make the system prompt, edit the website, make the LLM understand the system prompt so that it can take the follow-up questions in. So that is what I have done. So, you know, in the system prompt I have added that you can take the follow-up questions by the users. And you know, I have the in the chat input I have, you know, the prompts are basically saved in the local storage, so in the browser. So that was feed by the, you know, system prompt, so that the LLM understand the, you know, the prompt and the follow-up questions.
Okay. So if I just go ahead and say make it cooler, is it gonna change the format? It's gonna change like add a couple more images. That's what it does, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay, okay. So, like, I think, of course, it's a great project. And another question is, you said like the code is embedded, right?
yes,
So, it all runs in your complete browser. If I just go ahead and change the color of a button, it's gonna revamp and show it on the preview has changed.
yes, yes, yes.
So that's pretty
So
good. Like I've of course I haven't seen this in any lovable of board in which they have the set of code completely. Like as such, I haven't went ahead and experiment with it as far that you can go ahead and directly change it over there and shares on the previous. So that's pretty cool to see. And of course, great project nonetheless. Another, I guess, set of questions, or if you have any set of questions, Johnny, you can take on.
Yeah, just how did you go using Olama? Was it hard to use? Was there good models that helped build websites using Olama?
yes, you know, Llama is a very easy interface to use the models, you know, in the terminal or in the, you know, easily integrate in the project. So yes, you know, it's a great experience using Llama. And
Okay. So, like,
And
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
oh yeah, just which model? So we sort of discuss, you know, Olama opens up hundreds and hundreds of different open source models. So what was your preferred model? How did it go versus others that you might have tested?
so basically, you know, I have currently a work laptop. So basically, I am not able to use that much powerful model, but you know, there are very great coding models like when uh, that are bigger parameters. So my preferred model will be, you know, basically a good mod, like Quen coding models, or you know, the GPT, the new GPT model that
Mhm.
is good in coding things. So that's my preferred model.
Yeah, so basically, there's a lot of finalists, and we're looking to host the promising ones, the ones that win. So yeah, definitely, there is a lot of different models that we can host on a GPU server, and if we can provide that for hosting through OpenxAI,
Yes.
I think it will be very powerful for you, especially because you're generating the whole site. Right there in the UX, like on the website for them. And yeah, you really need a strong open source model to do that and a GPU. So yeah, that's definitely something that OpenxAI can help with. So yeah, I really like Lovable and those vibe coding sort of projects. There's a lot of other benefits that you could add with an open source decentralized platform, like deploying it for them and giving them full control over the code, which I think Lovable sort of locks people into using their platform. And then there's other things like how to monetize. So we can monetize using smart contracts. People
Yes.
could pay to deploy or pay for a subscription to deploy a website. So there's a lot of cool things that we can do, and it obviously targets a big market of a lot of people, a lot of businesses need websites. They haven't built it yet, and it's a way to monetize it as well. So yeah, looks really good. Very promising project. Thanks.
Thank
Okay, Ashish, so you might have heard some positive words from Johnny. And of course, as stated, it's a pretty cool project. Uh, one of the cool experiences and one of the cool thoughts I would have is developing a project out of solo is, of course, a bit of a hard one. So, pretty good on that. And but we would not let you stay alone in the further journey. OpenXAI would love to go ahead and help you with our set of GPUs. You can go ahead and connect them with pretty easily, and you can go ahead and start running all of your projects, and you don't have to worry about your work laptop no more. Go ahead and experiment with the set of GPUs, optimize them further, and yeah, we're gonna be following along with you, gonna help you all around in this project, take it to a further level, and of course, like winning and losing is two different aspects of our hackathon. Every other participant over here is gonna be receiving the access to the OpenXAI hardware, so yeah, that's going to be a pretty cool thing. And of course, you are a great spokesperson for that. We have seen that you have the need as well, but you also have the great minds, and that's what OpenXAI does. That's what we are here to help the people around the world for. So thanks a lot, and of course the idea is of course super powerful, so that everyone who's joining us from the stream, who are also just follow along with the presentation. So Budly AI is a project that you can go ahead, prompt, and it takes care of everything, builds out your HTML, CSS, JS, the three musketeers. If you're going ahead with the web generation, that has been skipped out, no way to go ahead and get yourself stuck in that. It generates working code and of course shows you even the preview on the website, pretty much like Lovable, but one aspect is that they don't target open source models, and it's very helpful to see like there you are paying around $20 to just go ahead and access their particular platform. Over here, you can use simply some open models, and it's pretty easy to go ahead and proceed on with that. Pretty cool, guys. So it also pretty much aligns with our idea at Base Mini App Factory. So the ones that have been following up with OpenxAI, our Base Mini App Factory campaign was where you can go ahead and simply add a prompt. It will go ahead and generate all the relevant files, and of course deploy an application on our GPU hardware on OpenxAI. Simply that's what happens.
Yes.
Want to go ahead and check Mini App Factory, I will also go ahead and share the link to you, so you can go ahead and check it out. Go ahead and test out with a few prompts, and we'll have to see what other advancements or ideas you have for that project. So thank you, everyone, and of course, thank you, Ashish, and
Thank you.
a lot for responding to our set of questions. We're gonna be progressing on with the next set of people. Okay, guys. So I hope you guys are liking the other set of projects and everyone that we have presenting the set of projects, and pretty great, impressive ideas. Another set of impressive idea is gonna be from the team Cream 11, who's gonna be joining us. Okay, so we have Parth, Kabir, and I guess Webov. Okay. Hello, guys. Hello.
Hey guys,
How are you
you.
doing? Hello. So, everyone, it's great to see these folks have been developing out this project. And not only Kabir over here is a content creator, and he has been talking a lot about it on his platform. So, it's pretty great to see. Yeah, Kabir, if you just go ahead and start off with a quick set of intro about you, your team, and your project.
Oh, definitely. Hi everybody, I'm Kabir, and I, alongside Parth and Babu, have been building Cream 11 for the past couple of months. And Cream 11 is basically an AI platform that helps you build best fantasy sports, which feels like you're cheating on them, and it makes winning so easy. I think rest of that will be probably covered in the demo video. So
Pretty cool, pretty cool, and a pretty cool idea as well that we came across. So let's go ahead and jump onto the side of demo video. I think we have a pretty cool demo video line as well. So let's see about it. Okay, so we're gonna be jumping out to it soon.
Rolling camera action. 3, 2,
one,
Cream
Cream
11.
11,
We are here to play.
Cream
Cream
11.
Craft the smart way.
Cream 11. We
11.
turn guesswork into winning every day.
Hi, I'm Parth and I handle product and tech at Cream 11. Hi, I'm Vaibhav. I handle tech at Cream 11.
Hi, I'm Kabir and I handle growth at Cream 11. I hope you enjoyed a brief team intro back there. And we built Cream 11, which is an AI powered platform that helps you build fantasy sports teams which are smarter, optimized, and data driven. So coming on to the problem statement and why we built Cream 11. We built Cream 11 because of the problem that we deeply resonate with. All three of us were deep into making fantasy sports team for all kinds of sports, be it cricket, football, Premier League, and NBA. And we noticed that we would win a match here and there, but more often than not, we'd lose money and were not able to even break even. So after diving deeper into the research, we found out that more than 80% of the players lose money, not because they lack passion, but they rely on guesswork and their gut feeling, whereas professional players have access to high-end data quality and better predictive models, and the gap between the pros and regular fans like us kept on increasing. That's why we built Cream 11, which bridges this gap by bringing AI-powered insights and transparency directly to every player's screen. Our platform helps users select the most optimal lineup for sports like cricket, football, and basketball, using AI trained on match history, player stats, head-to-head comparisons, and live playing conditions. Here's how it works. So we're live at cream11.live, and every player that comes to our platform can get started with a single click. They just have to click on this button, and we currently support 3 different sports: cricket, football, and basketball. And let's just see what basketball has to offer. Similarly, I've opened the interface for cricket as well. Whenever a player clicks on a particular sport, they are shown all of the matches happening around the globe. Let's just say that we're interested in a particular match between India A and Pakistan Shaheens. We'll click on to generate the dream team. Similarly, for basketball, I can generate the championship lineup. Now, what happens behind the scene is our AI gets all the data which is required to generate a fantasy sports team, which is the player stats, the head-to-head matchups, the live playing condition, and it generates a fantasy sports lineup, and it also gives us the analysis and the reasoning behind it. We can see that it's a detailed analysis of why it has picked one particular player over another. Similarly, for cricket, we can see that it has given us a fantasy sports lineup with players consisting from both of the teams, and we can also see the AI's reasoning behind it. And for players like us, we can also change the lineup in a live match where the data gets updated. Well, now Parth will walk you through our code base and give you an idea of our technical architecture as well.
To make the seamless experience for the user, we do not fetch all the data that is required to prepare a team by the AI. We do not fetch that at the fly. So what we have done is we have created crons that runs every 30 minutes to get all the data, all the news. So this is a news job producer. We are using BullMQ in this, as you can see. So what the news job producer does is it gets all the news regarding to that particular match on a particular day, and about all the other player data as well, and all the other organization data as well that is required by the AI. So what we do is this cron runs every 30 minutes, and all the other crons which fetches all the games data, all the games that are going to happen in the particular season, we fetch that data within 1 hour every day. Then there are all the squads data that is going to be present. So now we are also using the Olama for our own open source model, the Gemma 3. After doing a lot of research, hosting our Olama on OpenxAI would be the best thing possible for us, because it is saving us 80% of the cost, and it is very optimized for the latency as well. So we are going for that option. So apart from that, we have our different sites which are let's say basketball and football and cricket. So if I go to the services, you can see that we are giving very differentiating prompts regarding to the game that we play to the AI. Then we have all the rules that is going to take place, whatever rules are required, what are the scoring systems, and how the fantasy sports work for those particular sports. And all of this data is fed to AI with the extra data regarding the game, regarding the teams, regarding the players, what all players are going to play, because that is all running with the cron, getting updated instantly within every 30 minutes. That gives us an edge that we have all the updated data, and we present you with the best seamless way possible.
We're delighted to share that we got about 8,000 user signups on a platform already. We did this by sharing the tool across communities and by creating UGC content around it. There are a few things that helped us achieve this milestone, and we believe these are the things that will help us in the future as well. First and foremost, the AI transparency. We built it using OpenxAI, which built loyalty and trust across users. Second is the global scalability plan that we had from day one. Our initial focus was to release this app in regional markets like India, UAE, and Europe. And we also have an infinite potential to scale horizontally by tapping into sports which have a young and high retention rates, such as F1, baseball, and other esports. This gives us a very low customer acquisition cost with a high lifetime value. And data-driven fairness is something that every fan and every player appreciates, which replaces guesswork with science. And we also have an experienced team. Path and Web have an experience of about 3 years in tech. And I am a content creator on Instagram with about 35,000 followers, and I handle the growth marketing at Cream 11. Our vision is pretty simple. We want to make fantasy sports so simple that it feels like cheating. Thank you.
Okay, so of course I would say props to the demo video. I guess one of the most impressive ones I've seen over here so far. So pretty great work, guys, and pretty great work with the team. And a huge shout out to the folks, Path and Weber as well. A great tech product that you have built. Of course, the idea is of course something different. Like I've seen a lot of hackathons, the idea is something that sprouts out a bit differently. But as you stated, Kabir, having a good set of content generated around it's what one of the core things, and having over 8,000 users is of course a very very big thing. We will have to go ahead and provide you a better capability to host into the set of regions as you stated, UAE, India, and others. We have our OpenxAI marketplace, and we are pretty influential around the UAE region as well. So we will definitely help you get a good set of users and everyone around there. And of course, a pretty interesting project is what I am seeing over here. Now we're gonna be going ahead and diving into the set of questions. So firstly, let's start off with me. So you have been seeing like if I have been like a user and if I've been developing a set of a project that's somewhat around this and based around the skill of other set of sports person and everyone, one of the core things is going ahead with a local sourced model, right? How do you think of eradicating this issue? Will you be eradicated with multiple other models that would be validating that, or you're gonna be giving the people like a disclaimer, like this data is based on till this point, and of course not suitable for like the very latest performance of that sports person? Is it how it's gonna be doing that?
So, can I take this question, Kabir and Vaibhav?
Yeah, sure, sure, Parth. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, firstly, yes, we are at all the times going to show a particular date and timestamp. Like, okay, the data that we have currently was updated at this point of time. Apart from that, we have our own. So, let's say we have our own set of evaluator AIs. So, we have kind of did ELO based scoring, how it goes in chess, right? So all that ELO scores, so like players are going head to head from our AI. So we do ELO based scoring there as well. So that is where we kind of do the ranking based on the players for each and every sports differently. So that is one thing. Second thing is, so because we have the latest data getting updated every 30 minutes, so there are going to be very less chances that the data that we currently have is very outdated when the user is trying to make a particular team.
Okay. I guess yeah, I think that would be the most noble way to go ahead and do it. Pretty interesting. And another pretty aspect is targeting onto the side of the Indian market. Over here, the fantasy sports and everything is very much restricted over here in the country, and we are seeing a lot of other restrictions being added up. So, how do you think of course, like if a particular student or like a person who came across this project and they got a few profits out in the starting, they might get addicted and they might have to worry about that particular aspect. And if we touch the thing onto a social cause side as well, how do you think of eradicating that issue?
See, the thing is, as I mentioned, we already got about 8,000 users on our platform. and we have testimonials. We used the platform ourselves. We won like 60% of the games. We have testimonials from people as well that it worked well for them as well. And regarding the Indian discrepancy that occurred recently with Dream 11, as we all know, we talked of Dream 11 with Harsh. I think it's unfortunate for both of us since we were
Hmm.
targeting the market. But again, one thing that I observed was when the users used a platform and they got results out of it, they were hooked, as you mentioned. And if you're being fair, there are multiple ways to go around the bans that the government of India has imposed, and there are multiple international platforms that fantasy sports players like us are where players like us are still very active. So I think our initial focus was to target again the UAE market as well as the Indian market, but we'll be primarily focusing on the UAE Europe side of the things, and Indian audience will definitely follow, and maybe not on an Indian platform, but through multiple other platforms available.
Okay. Yes, it's great. Like, of course, like I have been a developer myself, but it's necessary to go ahead and touch the social cause side because now we have like a well over 8,000, and I guess soon gonna be touching till 10K. I guess there
Yeah.
would be a lot of things that would be coming onto the side, onto the mainstream, the set of questions and everything. But we would love to have a platform like you and like a platform that touches onto a different side, not only particularly tech, but something that is very much related to the set of users and the demand. But yeah, let's go ahead and answer into the set of questions. Johnny, if you'd like to go ahead and.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is something pretty cool. I do like cricket. I do like fantasy sports and trying to pick a team that would win a contest. So, um, like, I know that you say you have a lot of users. So, have the users been creating teams and then they win the contest that uses AI to generate it, the results of the contests? Um, you sort of mentioned how do people like win? What do they get as a winning? Like, because if you give away a prize, it gets a bit dubious if you can run it in India, but you can run it in UAE. So yeah, can you clarify just the contest and the winning? And then I just have one more question about Alama at the end. So
Sure. I think if I am perceiving this right, please correct me if I'm wrong. But we had multiple platforms here in India as well. 2 months, I think 3 months back, and our project Cream 11 is basically a helper agent that helps them build fantasy sports team to which they can utilize all the information that we've provided, and they can make a fantasy sports team on external platforms, and they handle all the pricing and all the winning aspects of the things. And answering the second part of the question, in India, there is no legal entity allowed to, operate on this kind of setting as of now. It might change in the future. We have seen a lot of rebellion from all the people and all the, stakeholders of the company. It might change in the future. It might not. But we are okay to move forward with markets like UAE and Europe because they allow all of this, all these, type of settings, and the Indian market will follow because the Indian companies are banned, but the Indian audience is not, banned from playing fantasy sports team from external platforms like I think Stake is one, and there are multiple other ones. Yeah.
yeah, good. Thanks for clarifying that. Obviously, we've got an international audience that doesn't know all the rules from India, so that's great to clarify. The last question I just wanted to ask is, how did you go with Alama and integrating open source AI? So again, thanks for all your work in your submission to integrating that. It really aligns with OpenxAI. We basically use open source AI. I think you tried using Gemma, which is like a smaller version of Gemini in a way. But how did you go using that model? Did you try other models like Llama? How did you find it went?
Weber, would you like to take this?
I guess you're
You know,
not audible, Weber. Yeah, you are not audible.
Path, I think you should take it. It's okay.
Okay, cool. I'll
Yeah.
take that. So we also started with all the models available on. Firstly, we started with all the models available on Open Router. So that was again Gemini Flash, then Gemini Pro, then all of these things. But later we came to a conclusion that all the tokens that we are using, the cost was getting up a bit very high, because of course there is a lot of intake of the context that the LLM takes right now, because there is a lot of information with the current news, with the player stats, with the head-to-head matches and everything. So we definitely, our move was to shift to an open source model that we can run locally or we can host ourselves. So yes, we did try using Llama, but what stood out for us with Gemma was that it has like an excellent tool calling functionalities. It handles it very well. All the context and logic separation was handled very well with Gemma as well. So that is where we did a lot of experiments. We had different results, the different kind of teams that were being made. So Gemma 3 stood out for us mainly because of these reasons: the excellent function calling tool, excellent function and tool calling, and second was the it was generating the best teams so far. So we moved ahead with Gemma.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, that's awesome. Like, we don't probably I don't know, 20% of sort of teams we've seen build in previous hackathons and this hackathon use Gemma. So it's definitely not the most famous, but it's good to that it's there, and it's like you said, very, very capable. I really love what you said, reinforcing everything I say in my workshops. It's like you can build a startup, you have 100 users, you might get some free credits from AWS or Google, and then you use AI in your app, and it might be free, and then you start paying a little bill, $10 a month, $20 a month, $50 a month, and then when you get to
Yeah,
say 8,000 users, it's it could be $200, $300 a month, um,
$300.
and it literally does not help startups scale, especially when they're just iterating on product market fit. So you've naturally came to the conclusion of what we keep talking about here at OpenxAI is to use open source models. As long as you control some hardware somewhere, as long as if it's local on your computer for development or on a cloud server that's bare metal, you can drive those costs right down like 80, 90%. So you've come to the same conclusion that we all talk about every day here. So yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much. And that's my questions. Over to you, Akshay.
Thanks a lot, Johnny. And of course, a pretty great project to see. And if someone who's joining us from the streams or anywhere, if you're someone who is into fantasy sports, you can just go ahead and search Cream 11. I guess it's hosted as well, so you can go ahead and experiment with it. And Cream 11 is not something just random or baseless predictions. I like how they are going ahead with a kind of simple AI based tool, but at the same time, the one that provides you help in making those predictions. So that's pretty great to see. And they are also touching onto the side of social, so the people don't get pretty much addicted to it. One of the biggest things that to take care of. And just gonna go ahead and provide you some insights if you are going ahead and competing in another set of sports. So go ahead and take on the lead of this particular platform, and who knows, best of luck, and you might win. So it's gonna go ahead and combine the experience-based logic from the teams and go ahead and do some data-driven predictions and provide you those answers so that you can go have a better set of team. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot to the complete set of folks, Parth, Kabir, Webber. You all have been amazing. Webber, we hope we could hear your voice, but no issues with that. We're gonna go ahead and follow up with you soon. So let's see how it goes. And of course, best of luck. Great stuff. Cream 11. See ya.
Thanks, Akshay. Thanks for having us.
Okay, guys. So another great set of project from the team, and we are seeing a lot of great influential projects joining us and pretty great ideas. Next up is gonna be Agent Flow from Nikhil. So this is a great project I pretty much liked, and I've been following up around with him from a while. And I have been, of course, like a great user to the Any10 platform. And this tool has been a great that somewhat follow a lot of the same kind of ideation. It's a drag and drop AI builder, and we have like he has been having some great conversation over there in our Discord as well. So it's great to see a lot many builders in our Discord. So yeah, Nikhil, let's gonna go ahead and give a quick introduction and what the project is.
Hi everyone. Hi Akshay. So, hi everyone. I'm Nikhil, the coder behind Agentflow. Agentflow isn't just a platform like N10 or Zapier. Rather, I envision it as an AI agentic operating system with OpenxAI acting as a decentralized kernel. So, I guess I'll explain it more, but after the video.
Okay, pretty good. Let's go ahead and jump onto the side of video.
Yeah.
We're gonna be seeing the complete project
Hi
live.
guys, I'm Nikhil, the builder behind Agentflow. So Agentflow is an AI platform that lets you create AI automation and workflow that can integrate with any app that's available online. So what's the problem that we're trying to solve? Well, creating AI automation and workflows are extremely difficult, and only option available are N10 and Zapier, but they use centralized LLM systems. Well, that's the problem now. So to solve that, we created Agentflow. So now let's take a quick look of our website. And after that, what you're seeing right now is the white paper. If you go to this link, you will be seeing a white paper which tells you everything about Agentflow and how tokenomics works. Now let's get started. So this is a workflow creation platform. I'm thinking about creating a workflow that integrates with Twitter. So let's create a Twitter integration workflow. Let's see how we do it very easily with Agentflow. So here you can see this is the playground screen. You can add as many nodes as you want. So the first thing that I've added is added a process node. So the work of this node is to process the information. So this will get the data, which we will send to the LM and then we'll interact with it later. So now I've added an AI node. This is Llama 3 we're using in this. So now I've given it prompt, generate tweet content for me, which I will post content to that. Now this is where the Twitter integration happens. First, I need to authorize this application so that it can get my Twitter access token and access secret. After that, here you can see this is my Twitter dummy account, and as of now there was no post. And when I run this workflow, you'll see a post getting pasted. Oh, sorry, I need to do that again. And here you can see if I show my so if I refresh it, now you'll see that there is a post that has been automated by our own agent. So that was the first thing that we did. Now, on to the next thing. Just trying to create a chatbot that you can integrate in your local projects. I'll show you that as well. So we'll create a crypto chatbot because we love crypto. So I've integrated a web crawler node here. What does this web crawler node does? It gets the live data from the internet. It crawls through the internet, gets the live data. I've written Ethereum, I've given a name, it and it's in Ethereum so that it is all the related stuff from Ethereum and crypto. Is fetching data, and this is the data that is collected. Now let's add a process node. This node will process the data that has been collected by the crawler. And here is an if else node. If the data is processed, then you do that. If this data is not processed, you end the node. You see, if it's processed, we'll go to the AI node. If not, it will end the automation there. After that, we'll prompt our AI node that you have to predict whether the market will go up or down, and user will interact with it. And again, after that, we need to process the information gathered by the AI node, and then we'll add end this workflow. So this is my entire workflow looking like for crypto chatbot, and I need to save it again. After saving it and running it, I'll be seeing, and when I press run, I'll be redirected to a place where I can interact with this workflow that I've just created. So if I write anything like what's the market looking like, it will tell me everything about the market that it has got from the web crawling and all the stuff. Now let me show you how you can integrate this in your local environment without any further code. If you copy this code and put it in your local React or Next file, this entire chatbot will appear in your local system. So that was it. Now let's review the code. So we'll start with the front end. Here you can see this is the code of the playground where we add nodes and add all kind of integration. So I'm searching. Oh yeah. So this part that I'm highlighting, these are the nodes. Uh, yeah, node and its configuration basically, what kind of information it needs to store. All these are written here, and this, yeah, this URL. When we're hitting this URL, we get our self authenticates from Twitter. So this is for that. I'll show you the backend how it works, how the authentication is done. But let's review the front end part. So yeah, now let's get to the backend of how we are authenticating with Twitter. First thing that we need to do is where we have to create a client for posting on Twitter. Twitter client I've created. I'll give an API key, my API secret, and I'm getting access token and access token secret from the user. That's how we're able to post from users. And to generate the post, we're using Olama and Llama 3 as the LLM brains and of our chatbot backend. We are doing the same thing again. Olama Llama 3 I'm using for the text generation for the backend. Here you can see these are the prompt that you are seeing in my console. So that's it from us end. This is Nikhil signing off. Peace.
Nice. So pretty great video there, Nikhil. And I guess of course really great to see like how the set of projects we are getting like are competing with the million dollar evaluation companies that are
Yeah, yeah.
there. So these are pretty much about it and says a lot about the potential that a set of projects we have. We saw one around the Lovable, that's another million dollar company, another Anytime that's going to go ahead and all happening under the roof of OpenxAI and open source models. So pretty great to see there, Nikhil. So we're going to be going ahead and diving onto the side of questions yet again. So
Sure.
starting off with me. As we are seeing, like of course, I saw the code and everything. The integration happens for the nodes, and I saw some statements as well happening around that. Where do you think Olama is being used in a project, or where do you think is like predominantly like? Is it only for the chatbot kind of use case, or it also takes care of like the suggestions or connecting those nodes and selecting which kind of node the person requested and how to take care of it?
Okay. So all AMA or basically AI, where the AI is getting used. So I think in the video you seen that there was this web crawling node which collects the data,
Mhm.
which collects the live data. All that data that has been collected will be sent to the AI node, to the OLAMA basically, Llama 3.
Okay.
That will process it, and according to it, it will trigger an executor node. For example, Mm, like I have collected all the data about crypto, and now for the Twitter integration, I'm telling now I've collected all the data about crypto, and I want to create a post saying ki, telling ki how I feel about the market, whether it's bullish or it's bearish. Okay, so all the data will be collected, will be sent to LLM. The LLM will process the live data, create and generate a post, will send it to the executor node. After the post has been created, then the executor node will collect all the credentials of the users, then make a post. So all the processing part is done by the AI.
Okay. Okay, pretty interesting. And of course, what I really much liked into the project was, of course, the great user experience. So, like a lot of projects we saw are having some good UI, and this one was no other exception. Pretty great to see how easy was it to go ahead and work around with it. I've experimented a bit around N10, but this was a really cool project, and things work pretty seamlessly. I hope once it's up on the OpenxAI App Store for other set of users and the other set of audience, it also works very beautifully for all their set of use cases because Twitter is the level one game of
Yes.
Web3. So that's why we're going to be eyeing around. And it's pretty great to see how like you can go ahead and play around with a simple playground and it's handling everything, the code and everything out there in the background. So pretty great
Yes.
ideation. So you are the solo developer of this platform, right?
Yes.
Cool. That's good to see. That's good to see. So pretty great. Next up, Johnny, if you have any set of questions.
Yeah, really impressed, and love the UX. So the drag and drop builder, that's really cool. Um, it's similar to some other, like you mentioned before, these multi-million-dollar companies like N8N.
Yes.
If you look at those sort of workflow builders, they charge like $800 a month US. So it's a huge market if people are actually paying that, I'm assuming. They just don't have that on their website for no reason. But I imagine there's enterprise clients that they work with that pay that money. So how did you go integrating a llama? And then I think you mentioned Llama 3 was the model that you used. How did you
Yeah.
go using that, integrating it? Is it smart enough, everything like that? And then with open source, you could pretty much drive the costs right down for this similar service to say N8N. So do you think
Right.
that's a big opportunity? So just a llama and then the opportunity. So thanks.
Okay. So first, I'll be talking about the cost because I had a very interesting point. In recent times, okay, so first you've talked about N8N, Zapier, all those big automation companies, right? So if you look into it, the LLM or the AI behind it is centralized. They're probably using Claude or ChatGPT, they are centralized. And recently, if you have seen, there was this incident with AWS and Cloudflare, like during this Diwali season, AWS crashed and multiple companies faced immense losses. And recently, Cloudflare crashed. Many companies again suffered. So the problem currently, what market is facing, is that when a centralized system fails, everything that's built around it fails as well. So I guess that's where my project agent flow is better than N8N because it's using decentralized node, which means even if agent flows cease to exist, the workflows created from it will still work. Now, onto the Llama 3 part. The Llama 3 was intelligent enough to do most of the things. And also, it was the only model that was running on my system. I tried many, but this was the only thing that was running on my system. So that's why I used Llama 3. But yeah, it did most of the work perfectly fine. And so that's what all was I using.
Yeah, just to add to that, like I think you mentioned you're a solo developer, but there's plenty of open source tools. So there's agent frameworks you could adopt, which help. You can basically switch in and out different agent frameworks, and that really helps scale up if you're trying to build a big agent sort of flow platform. Using open source to cut the costs down so they're decentralized is really valuable. Like you mentioned, if there's an outage in one place, then having nodes around the world would definitely help. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, adding to your point, like there are multiple node agent framework, but I'm visioning agent flow not as an automation creating platform, but an infrastructure that allows workflows to run simultaneously. Okay, which means workflow that are created on N8N can also work here. The benefit of that will be there will be no centralized authority that's controlling those workflows. That means if even the entity that's created a workflow, if ceased to exist, the workflow will still be continue to work. So that's what I'm thinking. And also I have this thing in mind to shift agent flow as an agentic operating system. Means it won't be it will be a place to create workflows, but it also will be a place to monitor and schedule these workflows. For example, one guy has created a workflow that needs to run 10 times a day. Another guy has created a workflow that only needs to run one time a day. And they both needs two nodes to work. Like if it's not optimized, what agent flow will do, it will create a process or create such an execution that only one node is required to execute both of them, but in a very optimized way. So that's what I'm envisioning it. So yeah, it's a lot of work to do, but yeah.
Yeah, then probably the final question, it's very, very powerful because it's such a common use case for business. So business needs to say automate pushing content out to Twitter or Telegram. The other part of it is MCP. Did you have a shot at using that? So basically, instead of you building every single interaction to Twitter,
Yeah.
to Facebook, to whatever. You can sort of go through this open source framework or standard to
Yeah.
integrate to all of these other tools. Is that something that's on the radar?
Yes, exactly. Uh, Earlier, I hadn't had much knowledge about MCP, so I created a web crawler node. But recently, I got to know more about it, and I'm thinking of replacing the web crawler node with an MCP server. So what it will do now, you don't need to explicitly mention that you need to fetch this data. You just need to tell, hey, I want to do this, and the rest will be figured out by AI. If it's require fetching live data, the MCP server will do that, enrich the LLM node, and that's how a better result can be created with it. And talking about the business aspect of it, I think it will be much easier for the enterprises to use this, as it's basically doing everything for them, and they don't need to explicitly mention everything that it does. And for future, I'm thinking not just for Twitter, but for every uh, thing there will be a node attached to it, like for Reddit, for LinkedIn, for GitHub, for Vercel, everything, for email services, everything will be there will be processed in it. So when that happened, I just need to create an infrastructure or create an orchestration in which all these nodes can be combined and work together in harmony.
Yeah, it's very, very powerful. I think it could definitely scale up. Just a quick question on the business side, like what is your target market? For who are the initial customers that would say pay for the service?
Okay. So honestly, I'm thinking of keeping it open source right now and not charge anyone to do so. Not just because of my own personal agenda, but I'm thinking it as a product of OpenxAI. Like OpenxAI is very new currently, so whatever community I'm building will be a part of community that OpenxAI has. So I'm thinking this will be as a developer tool, which all the new developer who's interested in the tech that OpenAI is offering. So this will be the tool that will allow them to use the tech that OpenAI is offering. So that's why currently I'm thinking to keep it open source, let people come experience with it, create new nodes that they want to integrate in their workflows. And also, like you guys are showcasing your base mini app, this can also be a project that you can show in all the workshops. Ki, hey, this is a workflow creation platform. Go and have fun with it. Whatever you want to create, you can create here, and it will be live forever on our platform, cost free. So I guess that can be a good way to attract audience and get more developer to this ecosystem.
Pretty great. Any other set of questions, John?
Yeah, just a last statement. So yeah, I really like that perspective that you have. So keeping it open source and then collaborating with existing communities, improving the tool, getting more people to help with the project, tapping into existing workshops that we run. They're all really good, positive things for open source and decentralizing all of these tools. So yeah, I do really appreciate that perspective. Thanks.
Okay. So really great tool yet again, Nikhil. Great work. You props to you and a really great user experience. So we're gonna be definitely gonna be one of the really great projects that are gonna be shining onto our app store. A lot
Yeah.
more people gonna be jumping in. A lot of technical folks will be joining in. So let's see how it goes. And as usual, we're gonna be supporting you not only for this duration of this hackathon, going on forward with this, helping on with our own hardware. So go ahead and build on another set of nodes. So pretty easy on that. So thanks a lot. So the people that are there, you went ahead and saw a project, and you saw a project that can go ahead and build out your ideas that you have in mind for anything. Just go ahead and play around with some nodes, extract some content, get some ideas, and even post it. So if you are a creator, I guess when we saw Kabir, I think a pretty handy users we have already around it. So one of the project is definitely going to go ahead and attract some developers. Definitely including me. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Nikhil. Thanks a lot for this demo. Thanks a lot for your presentation. We're going to
Yeah.
be going on with the next set of people. Thank you. Okay, so guys, you have seen another project, pretty great, targeting the multi-billion dollar industry is happening all under in a hackathon. So that's one of the cool things. A hackathon go ahead and puts them a stage where they build on. where they improve on and also work along with the OpenxAI team. Pretty great, and let's see how great the market favors them. And then we have Karthik here. Karthik is joining us from Kaira AI. So I experimented with this platform itself, and so it's a voice feature. So if you have experimented with the Siri and if you have seen other voice tools in GPT as well, this is one is a bit different because it's very intuitive, very great, and user seamless, and performs a lot of functions altogether. And it's nice. Like I haven't seen like a lot of models going ahead and taking care of. Voice to text and of course tell the point of the model understanding expect, and this does it very very beautifully. So great work on that, Karthik. If you just want to go ahead and start off with a simple intro of yourself in the project.
Sir, for giving the feedback. I really appreciate it. Uh, I'm fan of Marvel. Since the beginning of my childhood, I saw that Jarvis, the voice assistant made by Tony Stark, it can do everything. So I thought, why not to make it in real life? The basic idea behind Kyra was that. So we have X, the finest machines are available in today's technology, but the integration of everything at one place is it done by anyone? So I thought, why not to integrate weather, news, and system information, chat, everything at a one place, and it should be open source, so everyone can be used it. Kyra does this all. I use Gemini since basically I wanted to focus on the voice chat, and Gemini currently offered the free service in better way. But we wish to switch to LLMs like Olama since they are locally based, so the user privacy is ensured and it can run everywhere and anytime. Since I'm thinking of providing an app, but since I was a solo developer, so whichever resources and anything which was in my hands, I did solely based on that. So yeah, Kyra is not up to the mark, but still it can do many things which everyone thinks of.
Yeah. Pretty great, Karthik. And of course, I would definitely say, like, I would like to correct you on that. It's definitely on the mark because it has went ahead and been one of the very good projects that has sprouted from over 400 plus projects. So definitely, I would say really, really props to that.
Thank
And solo developer always have my respect. So pretty great work there, Karthik. And
thank
be
you.
it on the case of winning or losing, the support from the OpenxAI team will definitely will be there for you. A good set of users will soon gonna go ahead and experiment with it. We're gonna be posting on our socials. We have like a well set of over 15,000, 20,000 followers in our various set of social platforms, and you're definitely gonna see a lot of experimentation going around it. So if
Thank you,
any
sir.
errors, just be prepared for that because a lot of users might be jumping on it soon. Yeah.
Sure,
Okay, so let's go ahead with the demo video.
sure.
I'm Karthik, the creator of Kyra, a fully voice driven personal AI that acts as your assistant, educator, and productivity partner. The problem we are solving is simple. AI assistants today are either locked behind paywalls, less feature, or truly not hands free. People want a real time, lightweight, private voice AI that feels as natural as speaking to a friend. My solution is Kyra, a hyper responsive voice first AI interface built to run on open, efficient, and community driven infrastructure. Why us? We focus on three things: everything at one place, privacy first architecture, and natural conversational flow. Kyra is unique because it has everything at one place for an AI assistant. You can do almost everything at one place, and we built it in a way that anyone can self host, customize, or extend Kyra without centralized control. OpenxAI aligns perfectly with our vision: open source models, transparent pipelines, and no middleman infrastructure. This makes Kyra truly user owned, not platform owned. Let's see Kyra in action. This is the voice op to let the user voice chat. What is CPU? Here we can see time, system performance, security, connectivity, network permissions. All the permissions which your device uses can be seen here in a quick glance. Quick notes, reminders to add while anything you are working with. Here you can change the voice settings, anything which you wish to customize like the speed, voice person.
Of course, the CPU, or central processing unit, is the brain of your device. It's the primary component that executes instructions and
Whenever you
performs
wish,
the
you can stop the
calculations
speaking
needed to
or
run.
listening. From here you can text chat, and from here you can all the import or export the chats.
It takes time. The Gemini model, which I have used, it takes too much
The
time to
text
think
chat.
and reply.
This
Okay.
holds the all system information about your system, your CPU usage, memory usage, system information, the weather. I have integrated Weather API to use live location, but you can also check weather of any place in the world you wish. Like here, we can see the weather of Tokyo. Next, we have calendar to add events, tasks, and for music, I have integrated every platform's music to live at one place. Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Amazon Music, the quick actions for profits and other genres. But most of the playlists are from Spotify since using open source is my first priority. Security. Anyone which wishes to use all these other different types of softwares for antivirus, all that things can be done here with just one click. Notes, anything which you wish to add to the notes like tasks and all that, reminders for you to set, and with the priority list too. And it includes all which have been completed, overdue, and all that. From here, you can send me a feedback, which will redirect you to Gmail and to my account for sending in feedback. Now let's dive to the code. From here, this is the weather, and this is the voice of the which we used for chatting voice. The model which I'm using is Gemini 2.4 since I wanted to use the voice chat. Let's talk about the LLM side. Kyra is designed for open source voice intelligence. We initially integrated Olama as the core model runner. Our goal is the AI brain to be local, offline, capable, private, and nobody in the middle. Olama does this perfectly. However, Olama currently does not support real-time voice chat or streaming speech endpoints. Because Kyra is voice first, we temporarily use Gemini for voice pipelines, but the architecture is fully modular. If a user wants to use pure Olama processing, they can turn off voice mode, switch to Olama instantly, or even plug in the open model once voice APIs arrive. Voice is the essence of Kyra, and we choose Gemini only to preserve that experience while still keeping the rest of the system aligned with OpenxAI's decentralized vision. This is the code for voice chat and text chat unified. This is the voice settings code. This is the assistant page TSX, the calendar one, the music, notes, reminders, security, all of the codes, and the system and the folder structure is very neat and clean. Kyra aims to bring voice to everyone, open, efficient, and user control. With OpenxAI, we can scale Kyra globally without compromising decentralization or transparency. Thank you. We are excited to continue building the future of open voice AI.
Okay. Pretty great project there, Karthik. Love to see. Saw your demo video earlier as well by myself. One of the very things that interested me was how greatly it was performing to the voices. And as you said, I have been a great fan of Tony Stark myself. But not as much to go ahead and build a Jarvis for myself. But I think I have one. It's great to see that you have been developing it out, and also, I guess you are a solo developer, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, great. So working on this alone, but carrying it out really, really beautifully. It's really great to see that. And as stated, pretty intuitive, pretty easy to perform on, and performing a lot of the options. So it's not simply like a voice chat bot kind of a agent that seems to me. So it's pretty great, and that's what I look forward in the projects as well. So they are not like a simple. Calling a model, doing a bit of prompting, and they're good to go. Show the things off on the stage is what it's necessary, and that's what the set of users that's going to be joining us would be looking forward from you as well. So
Thank
there's
you.
more around it, and let's go ahead and jump on the side of questions. So first is going to be from my side. Uh, I've experimented myself with some models as well for the voice feature. I have experimented with Olama. I have experimented with a few AWS provides. Their Poly, AWS Poly is what I experimented with. But
Yeah.
one thing was it was not as good and accurate for the responses, right? Because there were a lot of things that happen, like I have to correct myself. Like for example, if I'm speaking like I am ambassador at OpenxAI and I love to build projects, and then I say, okay, no, 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 have it like build uh, and support the community, like these kind of changes, right?
Yeah.
So you have to have like a lot of understanding happening in the backend, like this person corrected here, this person took care of it. Are you taking the lead of these things, or you are thinking of focusing on this on future?
Sir, I'm focusing currently to make this an app, but since I wasn't having time, I'm currently doing my internships, and so I
Mhm.
didn't got the chance. But I'm thinking of making it an app, and it will be on locally saved on your device. So the LLM will be used Llama, and you can chat it very clearly, and we can fine tune it if we want. And all your data will be stored in your device. And if you want to give the access, like I have given a feature for antivirus run and for system information. So if you want to use those feature, you can give permissions and all the data will be locally. So there is no issue of privacy and hacking or into your devices. So if we look into that, it would be a great option to work on.
Hmm. Pretty great. I would say, of course, having these kind of things in an app would work, of course, better. Who would wanna avoid? Like we use Hey Siri, and it works the same way. We would love to go ahead and experiment with this as well. Pretty great idea. What other things you have in mind? For example, if I push it onto the app side and other set of users join in, uh, what would be the kind of business model you have in your mind? Because one beautiful things about open source models is, of course, it don't cost you as much,
Hmm.
but still, like, what would be kind of your business model attached to this?
Currently, I'm thinking it should be open source since I'm made this project in the second task of my internship. And OpenxAI had taught me that AI shouldn't be centralized. Everyone should can access it, and it should be free. And I guess it is a good app, so it should be open to everyone for using. I don't have a mindset of making it for like plans or anything else. The user should be charged or anything. I guess everyone should be using it. Since if you see that bigger tech giants like Google, if we want to compete with Google, the Google pre-installs its softwares in the phones. It doesn't need money. It doesn't require billing to get the this money. It doesn't do it for anything for money. It makes the user to use them, and the users get addicted and can't live without any other operating system. Like for laptops and PCs is different. We have Mac and Windows and Linux, but for phones mostly we have iOS and Google. So Google doesn't think like that I should earn money from only using the OS of the mobiles. It has many various ways to earn. So I'm thinking like that. If I can make any other ways of earning, I wouldn't make Kyra monetization. It shouldn't be monetized and everyone should be able to use it. That's why I'm thinking of removing Google from the LLM model. If we use Olama, which is an open source and locally learned, it would be better for everyone.
Okay. Pretty great, I guess. Johnny, any other set of questions?
Yeah, it's an interesting project. I think you mentioned you used Gemini. Did you have much of a chance to install Alama and get Alama running locally? Just play around with Alama. So go to alama.com, install it, and then pull a model and see what it looks like. Did it work for you at all?
Yeah, sir. I first initially tried Olama only. When we were making the project, we were told that you have to make an open source project and it should be run locally by Olama using Olama. So I tried with it, but the speech recognition function which I wanted to use, that was the sole motive of the making this AI chatbot. So that wasn't running very finely that I wished. But when I used Gemini, it worked. But the thing is that in that time, like September, October, Google made few changes to its policy when it launched VO3 and all that. So the free models which were used by everyone, the Gemini 1.5 Flash and other, they completely removed them from given beta. So I have to switch the another model. Earlier the responses were on real time very fast and accurate. But if you see the demo video, it takes too much time. Since I switched to model 2.5 Pro, and it was currently the free version obviously to be used. So
Mm-hmm.
relying on that, it increased the time, and that doesn't look good. Everyone wants faster and quicker responses and accurate. So I'm again thinking of switching back to Olama. So if we can fine tune it, then it would also work great.
Yeah, so just to add to that, so there's been
Yeah,
new models. So this is the beauty of open source. There's millions of different
yeah.
models. So there has been text to speech and speech to text models that have
Yeah.
been released. Some require powerful GPUs like Sesame, but there's been a new one. I don't have the name on the top of my head, but it literally came out only like 2 months ago. So, and what that means is it can run on CPU, so it doesn't even need a GPU. So
Hmm.
this model, I'll find the link and I'll send it to you, Kartik.
Thank
But basically, what it means is you can run a llama with this text to speech, speech to text model. It can run on a CPU, and it's really amazing for your use case, your project, because it doesn't require a huge amount of CPU or GPU, and you can run it locally. There are people trying to build models that run on mobile phones, but basically, as mobile phones get more powerful with each year, these models will get more efficient and run on the phone. So I definitely am keen to see an open source, local, on their device project that has proper speech to text. So I think it is possible, and happy to discuss and work with you on that to try and figure out if there's a way to host this where it makes sense. And like I said, there is new models that have come out, and I'll find the link and I'll send that to you, and you can test that out, and you'll be very surprised of where that's going. Everyone wants to do the same thing, and there's a movement towards doing it. And you basically discovered one of the big problems with centralized. I'm just going to use Gemini 2.5 or 3 or whatever it is. It's either expensive, or they just rug pull you and like block your access to the model by charging for it. It used to be free, like you said, and then they all of a sudden implemented a charge. Now, if you're an AI startup and you had 10,000 users, and then all of a sudden you start getting charged because you don't control the model, it's sitting out on Google's servers, and then they change the price on you, you're pretty much screwed as an AI startup.
Yeah.
But if you control everything, so you have the open source model, you figure out how to run it on your own hardware, or you rent hardware that's wholesale or bare metal, you can basically control the full price stack and keep your AI startup running. So this is a really important, and you've discovered that as well just through building, which is great to see. One other question, this is my last question. Siri, Google Talk, they all require access to calendars, to weather, to all of this data locally on that device as quick as possible, basically. How are you thinking of how to integrate with all their data, the user's data? So the more user data you have, the more intelligent the responses will be by the AI model. So, like Akshay mentioned, if it's not smart enough, doesn't know enough about me, it's not going to give me the right answers. What's your thoughts on how to integrate all of that data from the user?
That's what basically I'm thinking about doing, since I told that it would be an desktop app, which users can use for customizing and using their for privacy purposes. So basic thing what would be happen that you can customize the voice chat according to your needs. You can train the model to your thinking, for whichever work you want to use it. And by basically learning every day on your talking and work, I'm thinking of making it the device should access all your cameras, everything digital devices, whichever in your present in your environment, all should be connected to that Kyra, and it can control everything. See, if you want to use your geyser, the water should be heated. It will heat it before you wake up. If you want to set an alarm every day, or if you want to wake up, and in the middle of the night you decided that I don't want to wake up, you can tell that Kyra, turn off the alarm. I don't want to wake up in the morning, and it will do it automatically. I'm thinking of like that. So privacy and personalization will be the main goal. And since if we did these all things, the users will get automatically a personalized way of the AI. Since they can control everything, every devices, their personal data will be with them, and it will be local and Olama. So the data will be basically private, and it will be running on locally. So no third party will be interfering in between that. So it will give users a great chance to discover and get a personalized AI assistant which can do everything which they want. Since I tried using Google Assistant Siri, but they just do chat and set an alarm, and for that also we have to give permissions, and you must have to log in, and then the device should be active. Everything, the password should be given, verified, and basic thing is that the Google Assistant, anyone can access it. If you say okay Google, you can see 10 devices popping up and saying yes sir, what can I do for you. That's not how it should be. The model should learn your voice and should be acting only on your voice. It should be the privacy concern, which I guess Google hasn't been able to do. I think we should be able to do it.
Yeah, I think this is a really important use case. In the trend in the industry is AI is moving out of the cloud and more to the edge. If you've heard of that, so yeah, like I was saying, more powerful devices, locally run AI. The data sort of stays on that local device, the person's phone.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting, and really keen to help just research with you and figure out how you could run everything as small and efficiently as possible. And then the other part of it is, you'd need to integrate with, say, I don't know, Google Home or Apple Home, the Nest platform, all that stuff. I'm not sure how much of that's available, but basically, if you could sort of just integrate into that, then you could control their home automation stuff. There is little cheap things you can order on different shopping platforms, like I think it's an infrared sensor that can control the TV. So you could actually have this as a use case, just talking to this sensor controlling the TV over the Wi-Fi. So this is something you could do, and that would be an interesting use case to just really test it out. And then obviously you can just integrate all these other home automation things. The other part of it was meant, what's the weather, to-do lists, things like that. That's all very helpful stuff. So, yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for your project submission, and congratulations on being a finalist. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Karthik. We're going to be going ahead and diving onto the side of another set of teams, and thanks a lot for your presentation. So, new cool projects are coming in, and a lot of great projects are joining us. And this was yet another project solving a really great use case, built again onto the side of open source. And you might have seen how greatly he was a spokesperson to the open source models. Open source models provide you great functionalities, keep things cheap, and keep things all locally available to you. Pretty great. Next up, we have Sipra, who's gonna be joining us in Studious AI, a project she has built all as a solo developer and solving a really great use case, helping a lot of students that are also joining us from the various streams. So, Sipra, go ahead and give an introduction of what you do.
Yeah. Hello everyone, myself Sapra Sangamitra Das, the solo developer behind Studious AI. Studious AI is a centralized study space with a bunch of study tools that you can use to make your studying easier. For now, it only has 4 features: the flashcard generator, quiz generator, an AI chatbot to help with your doubts, and a Pomodoro timer. Yeah. Rest of the stuff I have discussed in the demo video.
So pretty cool. Okay, let's jump onto the demo video.
Sapra Sangamitra Das, the solo team working on Studious AI. Right now, I'm pursuing BTech in Computer Science in Lovely Professional University. So let us start with the problem statement first. While studying, I realized how overwhelming the notes we make or receive can get because they are usually long, hard to digest, and really difficult to revise. Like, I know the tools like flashcard makers, quiz makers already exist, but there was not a single place that I could find all of them. During my board exams, I tried numerous websites, but none of them worked, which was really stressful and exhausting, especially under the exam stress and the deadlines coming up. So I created Studious AI because I wanted students to have a calm and unified space where they could find everything they need without having to juggle between different platforms. Actually, this might not be everything that a student needs, but it will be enough to make their studying more organized and less stressful. We have used OpenxAI, which is a bonus because it provides open source, transparent AI tools that made building these features possible and reliable. Now, for a quick demo of the app, let us start with the flashcard maker. Here you can paste any of your notes and it will instantly turn them into flashcards. As you can see here, we will get a few flashcards and you can turn them, revise them. Right now you cannot save them yet, but yeah, you can put the notes and you will get the flashcards. Next is the quiz maker. It works in a similar way, but when you place your notes into this, you will get a quiz. And at the end, you will also be evaluated on the basis of how you answered the question. Like in this case, we scored 3 by 5 or 60%. When with this button, you can also take another quiz. Now let us move on to the next feature, that is the study buddy. It is just like a chat bot where you can give your questions, you can ask the doubts that you have while studying. So you can also ask follow-up questions about your doubts, or if you do not like the answers, you can always regenerate with the button at the top. Our final feature would be the Pomodoro timer. Last but not the least, this one is our final feature. For now, we can only do half a minute because we do not have much time. But as you can see, you can set the study timer and the break timer as per as your needs, however you feel comfortable. For now, that is all for this demo. Now let us take a look at the code. This one right here is the code for the flashcard maker. This function generates the flashcards using the AI model that we implemented thanks to Olama. This one is the same but for the quiz part. As you can see, generate quiz function. There are a few other functions like the select answer and other one to move to the next question. This is the front end part about how the page looks and all. This code is for the study buddy. This is the CSS part. Now let us see where we actually implemented the AI model. As you can see, we have an API folder here, and in this folder has the flashcards AI model. This is the root.ts folder, and this is the particular part where we implemented the model. At the end of the day, Studious AI is something I built because I genuinely needed it myself. I know how it feels to be overwhelmed by notes, to juggle between sites, and to feel lost while studying. I built this because I did not want other students to struggle the same that I did. Right now, I might be a solo developer, but I believe I'm someone who understands this problem from the inside. That's why I'm committed into making Studious AI better, more calmer, and more helpful to every student who uses it. Also, I would like to thank OpenxAI for providing this platform which gave me the opportunity to showcase my app and bring this idea to life. That's all I had to say. Thank you.
I think you're muted, Akshay.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm audible now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so great work, Sipra, there. And of course, you are one of the very few people that have created a project that have felt the need. You're solving, of course, a real world use case for a lot of students out here. I've been a student myself and seen flashcard is also something very innovative, like having like a kind of a platform that provides you those things and you can go ahead and just study with them. So it's pretty easy. And also having a set of questions and answers there on your screen, it's of course help us to learn a lot of things. For me, like being the last minute learner, I think this would be a great platform. I like to cram up the things half an hour before the exam, so I'm gonna be having like a really good experimentation with this. And of course, a lot of other students are going to be joining us once we have pushed this platform on our app store. So make sure you're prepared for that as well. You are a solo developer, but who knows, a lot more other people and the students that join us would like more and more other features in this. So make sure you are prepped for that as well. And of course, as usual, great to see, like we have been seeing like a lot of quiz projects that were there already submitted to OpenxAI. But one of the very cool thing about yours was firstly that you were a solo developer and you are having not only kind of like quiz platform, but of course having like a platform that can provide you flashcards. So pretty great work there. So let's jump onto the side of questions. So firstly, I would have is, of course, like this seems like a platform where having a business model is something like how to earn from this would be viable to have, but having a lot more impressive features would be required before the people actually start paying for it, right? So what other cool things you have in mind that you are thinking of adding to this in the future, so more and more people can experiment and start adopting it?
I do plan on adding a lot of other things, but I do not planning on like making people pay for this at any point. Like I want students to have this platform for free. Like they should not need to pay for studying. And yeah, moving on to the features, before adding anything else, I want to polish the platform a little first. Like in the chatbot, I want to add another feature where after getting a summary of a topic, they can like they can have a button to directly make it into a quiz or a flashcard without having to copy it and paste it in the other section. Mm. So that like they can directly move from the study buddy to the flashcard without having to copy that. Mm. That and features, I'm planning on making it a little more personalized, so that like using AI to track the progress and see like how well a student studies, which topics like which topics they need more help in and how much time they take. Also, I plan on making that timer a little global, like to remind the student to take breaks in between so that they don't end up cramming themselves. Yeah, and a few more features like that. And I'm always open to take more suggestions from people who use it.
Okay, pretty great. Like we have been seeing Johnny providing a lot of insights to the platforms and the projects that are joining us. So I guess he would be really great to seeing this project and how it can further shape. One of the cool sessions that I would have in mind is, of course, having like kind of a supervisor that takes care of all their scores and provides them a good generated report.
Yeah.
And as you stated, the flashcards don't get stored. That would
Mm-hmm.
be the functionality that would be helpful in that. So like adding a kind of a database and anything. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, as stated, you will also have the need of a greater set of hardware to experiment with it. Once you have more features added, you can experiment with an AI invigilator who's going to be taking care of the time and providing the insights right there for a set of questions, the answers that are marked, and basically train out your models by yourself as well and use some open source models. So pretty great. And one of the other set of questions, as we are going on to the side of time, so we have to also take care of that. So I guess another set of questions that I would have, a pretty short one, is how and like when did you started off with the idea of this particular set of model, like open source model, of course, very integral, very great to go ahead and experiment with. Like what do you think of having like a functionality where I can like add in my notes, prepare them, and then Olama is taking care of it for providing the flashcards and everything? So where do you think open source models can perform better?
I did not understand the question properly. Like,
Yeah, so
are you
basically
asking if we
mostly
can
it's
have a
gonna,
Yeah.
yeah, so like mostly it's gonna be like, where do you think like an open source model and not other models that are prevalent around the world, where an open source model would help? Having like, for example, you are using Olama, right? And
Yeah.
for that set of model, where do you think is because like this model is better than the other ones?
Like for now, I used Gemma 3
Mm-hmm.
because of the restriction in my laptop and all. I think a
Uh-huh.
better platform would be better.
Okay, so like experimenting with Olama is something that we can go ahead and progress on with,
Yeah, yeah.
and really great project again. John, if you have any other set of questions.
I think great work integrating Alama and Gemma 3. So I think Gemma 3 is pretty good. It's like I think it's very efficient, like 1 or 2 gigs. So it's one of the top models for efficiency. And I guess you've used that to help with, say, flashcards, quiz questions, like a AI study buddy sort of features. So that's great. Probably so they're all good features. I think one of the problems would be how does students integrate or use it with their study, their course text. So I think having a way to upload a PDF, ingest it in a little like a local database to process it as like a RAG chatbot does. I think that's definitely something, a feature you could quickly build and integrate, and that would really help the user experience. So instead of copy pasting like 5 textbook pages and then pasting it in, they could like just upload the PDF into a folder, or maybe it's just uploaded into the website and it just processes it locally, and then once they're finished or delete that conversation, it sort of gets rid of it. So that's just a small tip for user experience. But I really like the UX, the design. So the different quiz questions, sort of study buddy sort of chatbot's fine, but I like the timer and all that stuff that you've put on there. So that's pretty cool. Congratulations on being a finalist. So looking forward to seeing this hosted on the App Store and people using it. In terms of not charging ever, I would say to help you dedicate time to it, maybe it's a couple hours a week or a few hours. Having a way to give it out for free, like maybe 80% of the features, and then you actually charge for 20%. So a freemium model would be better. And maybe that's like you could charge you could charge a premium fee, and then they can use a more advanced, more powerful model. So not just Gemma 3, but some other model that might help them even more. But there's a lot of different ways you could do it. You don't have to charge them directly for everything, but if they want to have an improved experience over the free version, they could pay a little bit extra, which would help for your hosting. So it's an honest way to charge them. You're not trying to profiteer. It's literally just helping them use a more powerful model, things like that. So awesome project. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for the suggestion and all.
Yeah, so great work, Sipra. And you might have seen some suggestions. We would love to see like this project flourish more and more. Of course, this has a great set of window where you can go ahead and prevail more and get a set of audience. And developing like I've been seeing Notebook LLM that was recently came up by Google, right? So it was based on Gemini, right? But our goal is to have and prevail more with the open source models, and you have already started experimenting with it. Go ahead and progress and research more on what other features can be added. Follow along with the Johnny as well. He would love to guide you more. And this was our 6th project in our external demo day. And Supra, you have been amazing. And it's great that you have been carrying this project out. And so a big shout out to that. So as I stated, I would like to point this again that not only the people that are going to the podium, we would be announcing a hardware giveaway to the most innovative project. So great. Next up, we have one of our last projects. So a great progress so far. Next up, we would have Zero Leg. That's a project led up by Karan, and another great impressive project. So definitely, this has taken me a bit of a way because I've been already impressed with the Base Media Factory, and this project actually puts it up on a very big level. So if you are someone who is just going ahead and work around only with a set of prompting, this actually puts a lot of other platforms a great benchmark. So Karan, if you just want to go ahead and jump on with your camera, and you can go ahead and start off with your introduction.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Karan, an app developer and the Web3 builder, and the builder behind the Zero Lag. As we know that AI is booming day by day. One of everyone is focusing on the positive side of AI, but nobody is caring about the dark side of it. Today, AI is powerful, but the problem is AI is owned by platform, not by creators. If if you build an AI agent or any AI model, you don't own it. You don't control the payment, and it can be shut down anytime by the centralized owner. Here, Zilak fixed this. Let's see the demo video.
Okay, so great introduction, Karan. Another cello
Definitely,
developer we
yes.
have here.
Zerlag is the
So
application that
props to
allow
that.
anyone to build and deploy AI agents on base chain, powered by OpenxAI multimodal intelligence. What you have seen is out this landing page you can visit by zerolag.space. Check it out. And what you are seeing is white paper of our product. You can review it as well. So that let's have a quick look on our dashboard. So what's the problem in today's world? AI is evolving faster than the system that contain it, but centralized control drag the entire evolution backward. Creator remains unpaid, user remain uncertain, and process remain confined. It's time for a new infrastructure, a decentralized marketplace where AI agents earn transparently and operate independently. Here we are. That's why we are building Zero Lag. Now, let me show you how just effortless the entire agent creation process is. You simply start by giving your agent name, defining its purpose, outlining its core functionality, and describing the exact way it should respond to the user. Once that you set, you hit the confirm and payment window pops up. After approving the transaction through MetaMask, your AI agent is instantly deployed and ready to use on the platform. And here is the best part. If anyone else uses your AI agent and purchase the agent you have created. Our smart contract automatically routes the earnings straight to your MetaMask wallet without any manual work. And finally, this is the exactly how your fully active AI agent appears on the platform, ready for user to interact, explore, even buy. Let me introduce you to one another special AI agent we offer on our platform, Alpha Plus. Alpha Plus combines the power of Web3, crypto intelligence, Telegram, Telegram, and it integrates with the Telegram straight into your a single agent. It delivers market insight, token analysis, and trend direction directly to your Telegram using these simple steps. Here is a very special agent we offer is Nexus, a Web3 version of lovable and bold. With Nexus, you simply describe what you want to build and it automatically generates the entire DApp for you completely pre-wired with Web3. For example, I have prompted it to create easily draw clone. Within minutes, it delivered a full working DApp, a complete interface where I can draw on canvas, change the stroke, color, width, and with all Web3 enabled features working seamlessly. It's still in a beta phase. We continuously refining it day by day. Here you can see the your wallet is connected here. Now let's talk about our most unique, truly groundbreaking agent. And I say very special because we the first platform to offer anything like this. As a developer, we all love to writing code, but most of us either forgot to document it or simply hated doing. That's why we have built Push It. With Push It, you never have to worry about with writing documentation again. All you need to do is install the agent on your GitHub, select the purpose, and select the repository you want to work on it, and then just write and push your code like normal you do. The moment you push changes, Push It instantly tracks the update, analyzes your code base, and automatically generate structured developer-friendly documentation for you. No extra steps are needed to it. Enough with the product part. Let's review our code. So now you are seeing the dynamic prompt that we use in generate response for our agents. You can check it. Right now is the Next.js front-end part that I am showing, and this is the sandbag we are using it for live preview for the Nexus agent. Also, here's a we are making two API calls to the backend. One to get entire app and another for enhanced UI. Again and again in backend we are using Llama 3. We all see the backend code as well. This is the backend code. One sec, I'll show you. This is the backend code. Simply express. It's written in express code with two routes. One for agent
one for chat with Olama. So that first agent router, that methods like create new agent and fetching agents along with its functionality. And we are using digital ORM. Now the Olama part, we are running Olama on our Docker locally and using Olama 3 to generate responses. Here you can see Olama service, it sends the data to Olama 3 and get back response from it. I set it and send it to the front end. Now the backend for next sys, it's the same Express just server with Olama 3, Llama 3 only. Difference is the only we have created a prompt that makes sure the code file generated has an all necessary Web3 integration along with this prompt. So that's all with our presentation. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye. So pretty great work there, Karan. And I love the project. And I've been seeing like a few of the projects that came in our presentation today. Like it's mostly like a club of all of them. So it's like a best of all the words. But great project. And of course, like I loved the theme that we have going over there in our VS Code. So I've been seeing this around. I think there was another person I came across that had the same thing. But yeah,
It
pretty
was
cool work there. And of course, like building a app and doing by simple prompting is pretty amazing to see. Like in our base mini app factory that we had, we saw the projects, like we had a well over 1,000
yeah,
projects so far. But
yeah.
having like a functionality of building the projects and doing it very seamlessly, like I saw in the demo, you had the MetaMask and everything enabled in like a span of a few minutes. So that's pretty great to see. Like a lot of people have been having the issues of how to go ahead and work around with some integration on the app, but you are doing it very seamlessly, and a project that clubs various other agents. At our OpenxAI app store, we would have like a lot of other projects that would work as different agents, different frameworks, and different tools to help you around. And this is going to be a great addition to that, because it, at the end of the day, somewhat performs like our OpenxAI app store only, but under the roof of the OpenxAI user audience and also the GPU hardware that we're going to provide. So pretty amazing, pretty
Thank you.
amazing and great work. As you are the solo developer, and carrying this project out has been taken a lot of work, a lot of prompting, and a lot of things. So not only, I guess, not only a simple model can assist you on that. You have to do a lot of
Research of it.
tuning and further going ahead and taking care of the various functionalities. Pretty amazing. And we will be going ahead and diving into the side of questions now. So firstly, I've been really impressed by our project. One of the questions I would have in mind is, if someone is going ahead and experimenting out with your platform, building a app and working around with it. I think you also have like a follow-up questions kind of functionality. So if a person wants to go ahead and add in more features, they can do that into that, right? Into this app.
Right now we are using like filter like section. Like you are filtering the movies on a genre basis. You can build an
Mm-hmm.
AI agent on a genre basis. Like you can select a filter out, like
Mm-hmm.
Telegram basis or GitHub, or and according to that you build an bot on Telegram. You have to use a Godfather bot. Same with zero lag. You have to use the template shown on the platform, and you can make it.
Okay, pretty great to see that. So if the automations prevail around, right? So a Telegram is of course a great bot and was generated in a span of a few seconds. What other functionalities? Like, of course, it's touching a lot of different worlds out there. It's agent, it's dApp builder, it's helping you to push your code to GitHub. A lot of things are happening. So where do you think would be the kind of audience would be there for it, and what would be the kind of business model you have in mind for this?
Okay, like zero lag is not an another AI tool. It's an economic layer which can build an productive and ownable asset layer on AI automation. Like I can say, our business model depends on like we take 50% of protocol fee on every AI agent transaction, while an creator earn automatically 85% of agent deployment via smart contract, which make it transparency. Additionally, creators pay a one-time agent deployment fee. As usage grow, revenue scales organically. No sales team needed or intermediates.
Okay, so I think you have like a pretty much sorted kind of a model running around for this, and So also, if we touch onto the side of models, so you went ahead and experimented with Olama, you edited integration, right? Where do you think there was a challenge? Because of course, experimenting with open source models is of course sometimes a challenge, but it helps you a lot once you grow out your audience. You don't
Yeah.
have to take care of the fees, you don't have to take care of the restrictions and everything. But did you face any kind of challenges experimenting with it?
Yeah, I faced some challenge. Like I am not a Docker person, so I have taken the help from my friend. But I would like to shift it to the Mistral model via Olama because it's very having very balanced speed and cost effective for reasoning automation.
Okay. Okay. Where do you get the idea of it, by the way? I hope it was not OpenxAI app store that we already have.
Like you like decentralized non-code AI agent marketplace.
Hmm.
Mm, it's an original idea, maybe.
Okay. Mostly I think you have been like a great person who's participating in a lot of
Yeah,
hackathons. I think this was yet another,
yeah.
but it's great to see that you have like a lot of ideas
Because
still buzzing in your mind. So yeah, go ahead.
in today's market, most of the platform are centralized. Creators are not getting their payments transparently. That's why I need to build this platform and show up.
Okay, cool. So another solo developer joining us. So a lot of one-man army over here going around in OpenxAI. So great work, really great work, Karan. I'm very much impressed to see the great projects coming out.
I have a team
Johnny.
member, Claude
Oh,
CLI.
you have it. Oh, that's cool. So did you not join in today?
No, he's busy.
Okay. Okay, no worries, no worries. But I guess he might be busy on a lot of other cool things. I think it's great to see, and we will be joining and having a good conversation with him soon once you go ahead and push your app to our app store to the base set of other
Sure,
audience.
sure.
Cool. Johnny, on to your questions.
Yeah, yeah. Great project. I think it's really powerful to see like an agent, AI agent marketplace where people can create agents. Um, and then you've integrated Olama, which is great to see. Um, the probably I think the a question that Akshay had was who would this be aimed for? So do you think it's people that are trying to run businesses and launch things in Web3? So they instead of like you said, you're a solo developer. Um, you might not have time to launch an NFT collection or launch a token or whatever it is, and then you can actually just spin up an agent that does those Web3 activities. Maybe there's an agent that can like talk to Twitter and do your marketing. Like, is that the thought behind the target market?
Yeah, yeah. Like my target market is AI creators, new early stage startup, and small teams. With they want to grow in a small time. They can use our platform and grow it up in meanwhile.
Okay, great. And then if we get this hosted, you think what would be the steps for someone that's a Web3 AI creator? How would they get started, and like would they be? What's the business model? Would they pay for it? Would it be for free to start with?
Like if you are a if you are a creator, you have to pay one-time deployment fees for your creating your own agent, and you can earn it from forever, as much as or zero luggage in our market. You don't have to market your AI agent because we are taking headache of this as you are listed on in our platform. And the earning dividends are like that 50% of protocol fees are directly transferred to our as a platform fee, which is which is a part of our business model, and 85% of earning is directly goes to the creator. Like
Yeah, that's really powerful. So splitting up the fees and then giving it to the creator and then the platform. So
it's
yeah.
totally via smart contract. That's why no involvement there.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with all the Web3 integrations. Like, so obviously there's AI in the background, but then there's like actual Web3 integrations. So that's really powerful, and it really does help people launch things in Web3, which is what we want to see. Yeah. So yeah, thanks.
Okay, thanks a lot, Johnny, for your set of questions. And of course, I think we had one of the very best projects that was saved up for last, and this is going to be the last project that joined us. Karan, really, it was lovely talking to you, and a really great project. I think it's going to be having a lot of future from this hackathon and going to have a lot of users. So we would love to see a lot of people jumping onto this and experimenting with it. And of course, definitely, I can see a big, big future ahead for this. So
Thank
thanks a
you so
lot. Thanks a lot for your presentation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ken. Okay, so guys, this was one of our last projects, and from this particular point, this has been the ending of the complete Hack Node India program that we have been running. One been running in Australia, other in India, and then in entire world globally. It's great to see like the amazing projects that are coming along. I think if we go ahead and count them along, we would be not able to get a really, really accurate number, but that's the beauty of having a decentralized ecosystem. A lot of projects jumping in, a lot of people working in, and you might have seen firstly that how the issues of not having a greater GPU and not having a greater model doesn't go ahead along the way. So it's necessary that you have like a great particular system enabled and a great ecosystem that's going to be helping you all the way by being OpenxAI. We would love to go ahead and step along with you guys. If you are a developer, if you haven't been a part of a hackathon, and if you're joining us, you might be seeing of how we are looking forward of not only connecting with you guys in person. We would love to go ahead and step along with you, helping all of you sort out the issues of GPU, your hardware. Even if you are joining us from any other kind of systems, you can go ahead and take care of it pretty easily. At OpenxAI, one of our goals is, of course, having permissionless AI. So a lot of projects and a lot of restrictions, that's one of the core issues that have been seeing around in the world right now. And the cost is, of course, a big, big headache. A lot of developers here were students, and a lot of developers here were the people that want to go ahead and grow out their project more. But having not a bigger hardware and not having a like kind of a greater use case and not having a bigger audience is what the biggest issue is. The monopolies and the biggest organizations have the access to your data, have the access to your models. They can go ahead and shut it down anytime. They can go ahead and provide any restrictions, and your complete product that might also have a user base at that point might just get completely scrapped down. So if you are someone and who look forward to get on the lead of AI and also being one of the very, very booming businesses in 2025 and the coming 2026, definitely OpenxAI is going to be worth checking out. So if you're someone interested, you can go ahead and build out your projects by checking our base mini app factory as well. Go ahead and prompt out, and who knows, you built out some projects by yourself. Vibe code some of the projects you might have seen in this particular session we had, and we would love to check you guys along. Make sure to tag OpenxAI network. And during this time, we are just going ahead and cramming all the scores. Our judges that have were not able to go ahead and join us, but all of the scores have been added up from there as well. Swamil was one of the core developers and have been a great contributor for the base mini app factory. He is one of the great head of technical team of OpenxAI. He has also added up his scores, and then of course we had Ashton, who is the complete spokesperson of our complete ecosystem, our community, and the great ideas we are having at OpenxAI. Our co-founder at the complete idea of decentralized AI. So, Johnny, how did you feel about this complete demo day so far? How was the project? How was the vibe like?
Yeah, great. It's fantastic to see all the projects from India Hacknode go through the process of the hackathon and then submit into the hackathon and then come through as finalists today. So looking forward to seeing the winners announced. But rest assured, everyone that's made it to the finalists, we will continue to work with and help host and launch them on the App Store in the future. So looking forward to seeing the results.
Yeah, so we just have a minute. Like it's gonna be a minute when I'm gonna be going ahead and we're gonna be announcing the winner. So drum rolls for that. But of course, a great work by the team. And as stated, OpenxAI is gonna be connecting with all of these people, whether they are not going onto the podium or whether they are on the lead of helping out with the GPUs. If anyone out there didn't even get the podium and were a part of it, everyone is going to be going ahead and getting access to the OpenxAI complete decentralized infrastructure. So they can go ahead and build, keep on building, and also at the same time not take care of any other issues. Our app store is of course completely available. If you want to go ahead and vibe code some projects out, they are publicly available in our base mini app factory, and you can go ahead and check them out at marketplace. Our app store, which soon gonna be live, would be showing ahead at these projects that are gonna be running on open source models where you can go ahead and experiment them out by yourself. So if you're someone who just want to go ahead and see how we experimented, how we saw these projects come out, and how all of our developers who were part of this hackathon gave them into life, that was one of the things that we will be seeing in our app store that's soon gonna be joining us. So let's go ahead and jump onto the side of winners. So the complete ideation would be innovative projects, having a good shout out to the ones that have been a part of it, and of course, the complete order around it. So let's go ahead. We're onto the side of the winners. So we have the AI innovator track that is Scrutin AI. We have Ajay, who's going to be leading the team of Scrutin AI, have been a great developer here. He and his other teammates have been really great in performing this. So props to you guys. You are getting a X Node 1 hardware of 3,500 US dollars, which you can go ahead and use. And of course, you're also getting OpenxAI hosting credits. So another 1K USD plus price pool that you're gonna be announcing with. We are looking forward to go ahead and work along with you guys very closely, because we are seeing as a very innovative project that has come around. So props to you guys. You have been a really great person carrying out this complete ideation, and along with your team members, and having a project that solves $1 billion industry use cases. So great works to you guys, and props to you. John, if you want to also congratulate them.
Yeah, congratulations on winning the AI Innovator Award, Scrutin and team. Yeah, well done on your project. It's very innovative in terms of, like you mentioned in the call, there's cybersecurity audits that cost a lot of money that a lot of projects just can't afford. So you're using open source AI and Llama to drive that cost down, and then also integrating with Web3 to democratize or open up where all these security audits go. They get hashed, and then you could have a discovery or explorer that can show all of that sort of thing. So it's really cool, and I love how you're approaching that industry. So well done, guys.
Thank you.
Great work. Props to you and the complete team. Our OpenxAI team will be going ahead and contacting you with all the recent details, so we can go ahead and take care of it. Great work, Ajay. Great work, Anantu, and great work, Rahul. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.
Thanks a lot for joining. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So great. Up next, gonna be the people on the podium. So again, drum rolls. We have the third place winner, who is gonna be Cream 11. A really great presentation by the folks, Vaibhav, Parth, and Kavir. And there's gonna be one of the cool things is gonna be taking care of this. So props to you guys. You are getting hosting credits, as well as you are getting $1,000 Australian dollars worth of prize pool. So how do you feel about it, guys? How do you feel about it?
Well, thank you so much, Akshay. I think we have been working very, hard on this project, and the entire duration of the hackathon, I think you and Johnny have been pretty uh, helpful on and off Discord with your sessions, mentorship sessions, and personalized help. So we're very grateful. We're very excited to take it forward, and we're very excited to host it on the OpenxAI platform and see how it goes.
Okay, great. So, like a bit of a correction, guys, if you are not focusing along. So, there's gonna be 1,000 US dollars that's gonna be providing to you. So, no need to take care of it. The exchange rate is going pretty good for the INR, so you don't have to take care of it. And also, it's pretty great that really amazing projects are going ahead and taking the lead. This is definitely gonna be the project I think gonna have a really great audience joining us soon. So, you already have 8,000. Let's see how soon it's going to pushing it to 10,000, and we're going to be waiting up for that. So
Totally.
great work. Great work, Kavi. Really great work, Vaibhav, as well. We will
Thanks.
listening on to the updates. Our team at OpenxAI will contact you with all the details that you have to provide, and soon you're gonna be getting all of your prizes.
Thank you so
Okay.
much, Akshay. Thank you so much, Johnny.
Thank you so
Thanks a lot for joining. Okay. Bye bye. So really great work, and to the folks that have joined us, and also looking forward to going ahead and working with you folks in the future as well. And right now, as you might have seen, that the set of projects that have joined us were from the different folks, touching onto the side of fantasy sports, touching onto the side of AI, Web3, and combining even to the side of students. So it's great, and all is happening like under the roof of OpenX AI, multi-billion dollar and companies that have like a R&D team and everything running into their platforms. We have solo developers taking care of it. So big props to that. A hackathon that is able to carry it out, and the projects that do completely justice for being onto the podium after the 400 plus projects that we had. So it's great to see that. And rest up, we're going to be soon joining onto the side of the two people that's going to be jumping onto the podium. So I think a lot of people might be curious. The people I just saw that we have a well over 200 people that have joined us on X Spaces. I think well over on Discord and other streaming platforms. So hi to all of you folks, and you're gonna soon be the person who's gonna be experimenting with all of these. So you don't have to take care of anything around that, and they have to go ahead and push it out to the other set of people. So go ahead, share it among to your people, share the stream that we had, see how the presentation and everything, right? And we're gonna be working along. So let's go to the second winner. Let's see. So we have the second place by Agent Flow. Wow, I have been really interested on this project. Great work. Were you screaming? It was really great, I guess. Or I think okay.
No, no, it was yeah. Thank you,
Okay,
guys.
I think that was really that was really excited of you there. But great, man. Really
Thanks,
great
thanks, man.
work at Agent Flow. We have been carrying out this project as a solo developer, and seeing one of the interesting things is, of course, as I stated, these people and these million-dollar evaluation companies have a whole lot of research, growth team, and whatnot, just for to go ahead and create out their project and push it. But now you can go ahead and have a great competition for them. So
Yeah,
yet again, this is gonna be 1,500 US dollars. AUD was something that we provided to the Australian folks. You're gonna be getting the USD, so don't worry about that. We're gonna be taking care of it. And Nikhil, how do you feel
yeah.
about it?
I'm actually very excited to work more on this, to actually implement probably the world first agentic operating system built on top of decentralized kernel that's OpenxAI. So I'm excited for it. Rather than the money, I'm more excited on building something that's actually can make actually can make difference in the society and how people code.
Okay, great. I think this money would definitely help you to get other folks in the team as well. So
Sure.
I think you can go ahead and work with other folks and build out a complete team and
Yeah.
take this to a much future version. So
Yeah.
pretty great work, guys. $1,500 is of course a lot. You have to go ahead and spend it mindly, how to go ahead and expand, and how you have to go ahead and take care of everything to the side of users. And of
Yeah.
course, OpenxAI would definitely be connected with you. If you need the hardware and everything, it's all going to be completely available to you. We haven't announced complete hardware to you here because that was the AI innovator track. But if you would be interested, we would surely love to help you over there as well. We just want to
Yeah,
go ahead and make our
that would be
projects.
really great actually. Actually, I was hoping to get that rather than this. I was more
Okay,
excited to get
so
that. But yeah, it's fine.
but great.
Yeah.
Great to see. Like you are a very passionate developer. You are someone who has great plans ahead, and you want to go ahead and progress out with this platform. And I think that was one of the core things that we wanted out from this hackathon to get some builders, and not the simple people that's gonna be pushing out projects in a hackathon and then just shutting them off. You are a person who's pretty dedicated on that idea. Great,
Yeah.
Johnny. If you would like to take on and talk about.
Yeah, just congratulations, Nikhil, and yeah, really looking forward. I love your approach. Again, keep it open source, collaborate with communities, and keep building. They're all really strong touch points. They're part of the DNA of OpenxAI. So yeah, well done, and congratulations on your win.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys.
Great word, Nikhil. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Really great, well done. Okay, so we have Karan as well congratulating him. So, like all other participants are congratulating each other in the chat over here. So, great work, folks. And everyone is pretty much connected to the ecosystem of OpenxAI. I've been seeing in their presentations, they had a good section of OpenxAI and how dedicated they were of the idea of decentralized AI. So, pretty great to see around that. And all of them are looking forward to work with us in the future as well. A lot of them will be joining us on the App Store, definitely. So a great year for OpenxAI so far, a great ecosystem development, and thousands of dev builders that joined us. So now drum rolls, and we are gonna be announcing the winner, who's gonna be the winner of 400 plus projects, 1500 plus builders, and the complete ecosystem at HackNode India. So the first place is Zero Lag. Karan, great work, really great work. I have been following out the projects, and for the folks who are not aware, this he was a really great person. He was really interactive on Discord. He has been putting a lot of questions out there, and I have been mentoring him as well. And he went ahead and iterated it more and more and made it a lot better. That to this stage, it's going ahead and taking the podium. So current really big part. You're getting over $2,500, and I like you're gonna be looking forward to expand your team.
Yeah.
And one of the cool things would have for you is this like of course zero lag is something that's using some other kind of cryptocurrency technology, but at OpenX we would love to go ahead and work with you, use our OpenX tokens, and go ahead and build it on better.
Yeah.
So pretty great, man. Karan, how do you feel about it?
Feeling great. Actually, feeling great.
Okay.
It's a huge
Okay.
amount,
So
actually.
like, what do you think of course, I would like to say this thing in our local language. आप क्या करेंगे इतने धनराशि का? So it basically means what you will do with all this money.
I'll do some research work and I want to expand my team to work more on this project and
Okay.
work more with OpenxAI because, like, as you know, that OpenxAI is open source and help builder to build an AI app easily, and they will like make it AI ownable, so we can make some deadly combination.
Okay, great. Exactly. Like I would love to see this platform flourish more and
Yeah,
more. And Zero Lag has been a great
yeah,
platform. I've been eyeing this out for a long time, and you are getting some OpenxAI hosting credits. So this also deserves a separate shout out. Your company hosting and everything, the cost around that would also be minimal. So now all you have to do is take care of this money, expand your team, build it out better. And as stated, our hardware will also be there to help you. So if you have any other issues, we would love to go ahead and help you folks there as well. So you can go ahead and get connected with it. And if you would be eyeing that out, as we had over here, who was Nikhil, who was eyeing it out pretty well. I
yeah,
think you will also be someone who might be interested by it. But pretty great work, and you are getting the podium out of 1500 plus builders. This was a long running hackathon. It had been spanning across colleges, it had been spanning across online virtual mediums. I have went ahead and done a lot of conversation with the set of builders, questions, and seeing the complete ecosystem flourish is one of the very good things at OpenxAI. And not only that, flourishing it for the set of builders. Really great to see. We at App Store gonna be something we have built around the same, and it's a project that's gonna be like kind of putting it on a 5 star on the complete App Store that we have. So pretty great, a really top notch work, Karen. And Johnny, if you'd like to go ahead and congrats.
Yeah, just congratulations, Karen, with the win. Congratulations on first place, well deserved. Yeah, OpenxAI is an AI company. It's also a Web3 company, and you've basically combined sort of both of those in your project. So AI agents and Web3 sort of marketplace. So I think there's a lot of synergies and power there that in the future, I'd love to see a flourishing marketplace that you build. So looking forward to supporting. And congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
Great work, really great work. So our team will be going ahead and contacting you with the prize money and everything you have to go ahead and take care of around their hosting. And definitely, being your mentor and seeing this project flourish out as someone I would also have my eyes on. So great building. We will definitely have like maybe a separate session with you where we would be discussing more into the details, and maybe that would be published onto our YouTube later. So thanks a lot,
Sure.
Karan. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for
Thank
joining
you.
us for the day. Thank you. Okay, so this was the concluding ceremony at OpenxAI Hack Node India program. Thanks a lot to everyone who joined us. Thanks a lot to the amazing builders at India. Thanks a lot to the folks that are joining us from the various streaming platform. And thank you for joining this complete ecosystem of builders, ideators, and also some competitors. Great work. And I would love and give a big shout out to the folks at OpenX AI, Ashton, who has been carrying this ecosystem of builders, where we are not seeing any projects that only focus onto the lead of the hackathon, where we look forward to see some future founders, some future builders that build a team around themselves. Pretty great. And thanks a lot joining, Johnny, for staying with us so far. And you have been a really great person mentoring out those projects and providing some great ideas, and hope every single one of them get implemented. So thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks a lot. And through this we would be concluding on with that. Thank you.